So, last time in Renascence, with the forces of Mooring assembled, the party was ready to set off for Muiti. They marched along the eastern coast of the island, making for the Bevan River to follow up into the mountains. When confronted by the creeping fog in the foothills, the party determined it best to stick to the coast for as long as possible, hoping to avoid the grasp of the Shadow Realm, and they rerouted further south. That night, while they camped, a horde of slavering, worm-like creatures attacked them, a possible sign that their passage was being watched. In the morning, they pressed inland, following the Teeth River, and in time found themselves enveloped by the dark realm of the island. Thankfully, by evening, they found themselves approaching Wheaty, and found it to be a pitiful place. They were able to find their contact, Alra, and learned about Muiti's raffle, the system by which the captor of the island had their meal selected every night. While Gideon set about readying a powerful ward to safeguard the islanders should things draw out, the party deliberated, unsure how best to proceed. So we are picking up. It is nightfall on the 58th of the month. You guys are more or less in the town square of Muiti. A bell has sounded, is ringing throughout the town. People are coming out of their homes and beginning to assemble in the town square, clearly preparing for the raffle. Are there any questions before we begin?
It's a small observation that I randomly thought of. I don't think this thing has complete control over the entrances to the Shadowfell, because if it did, it wouldn't have let us in.
Good point.
Potentially.
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, we have a plan of our own. I'm not going to disrupt it.
I mean, I think at this point, given it's been like this for hundreds of years, if there was an easy way in and out, they would have been founded by this point.
Oh, no, I meant the critter.
Yeah.
But, actually, since we left last session about an hour before, so you said we have that hour.
We ended the session as the bell was ringing. So you've got...
I was out. Okay.
You got to town about an hour before sundown. And yeah, we ended the session as the bell began to sound from somewhere in town. So
I still vote for the lid. I mean, it doesn't actually have to be like an actual lid. It could just be like 2 doors that we stick over the hole and nail down. I'm not picky.
Just gonna board up the well and pretend it's not there.
No. Like after we're apparently going in, I would like them to put
board up the well and pretend we're not down there. Got it.
I like that idea.
That way, while we're down there, it can't grab people and drag them down there while we're gone. Or at least it'll give it, 2 minutes of pause while it, rips up the thing.
There's also, 80 soldiers in town, too, now. Armed.
Yeah.
Pretty heavily to assist and defend.
It's true we do have 80, but all it takes is 1 for me to be filled with regret for the rest of my life.
Which is fair.
Already got enough deaths on my head.
Well,
I thought that was Tenzin for a second. Did you hear that, Charlie?
That
was you? Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like a bike horn.
It sounded like Tenzin fucking crying. Feed me.
It's what I rest my laptop on. The wooden desk thing has a drawer, and it is the squeakiest thing to open and close.
Gotcha.
Mystery solved.
Well, I would definitely at least see what this, we're not sure if we're gonna let them go through with this quite yet, but I would start watching at least and see what the ritual, how this begins, I guess, just to see what's going on.
Yeah. It is a fairly somber looking affair. People are definitely not in any hurry to leave their homes. There's a lot of trepidation and resignation on the faces of the townspeople you see as they're sort of beginning to gather here. Just very, very defeated mood overall. And as more and more people begin to gather, you do see at one point there is an older, human-ish looking fellow, just as like pale, dark sunken eyes as everyone else, wiry gray hair, with like a kind of a donut bald spot in the back, just kind of fly away. He clearly like just doesn't bother with it at all. He begins to sort of ascend the few steps up to the platform next to the gibbet, and he is holding in his hand this small sack, effectively. It's probably like no bigger than like a belt pouch, really, and it's clearly full of something. And he's just kind of standing and watching and waiting as everyone else just continues to gather. You'll probably also notice Commodore Sidon and his soldiers have sort of stepped off to the side, sort of close enough at hand to sort of step in if the need arises. But they are also sort of watching to see how you guys proceed as sort of the orchestrators of all this as well. So Sidon will probably meet your gaze, Noelle, as you're looking around, just kind of like, what are we doing?
Everybody stands in front of the old lady.
She'll put a very gentle hand on your shoulder and start to step a couple steps forward, just so she's accountable. She's present.
Noelle would look to Lauren first.
And then the whole party looked at each other.
We all look at each other.
So are we? Yeah.
It's really dramatic.
This is one of those looking at each other moments.
It's just a montage of eyes.
Yeah.
Just constant side eye for like 10 minutes as people slowly, kind of ones and twos, begin to filter more and more, gathering in the town square. Eventually, you've got a couple hundred people assembled here, and there's not any conversation. There's no murmuring. There's no sound really at all, which is probably the most unnerving part of this. And after waiting maybe a minute more and seeing kind of no further figures approaching, the old man wordlessly just kind of opens his bag and
While he's doing
gives
this,
it a shake.
I'm gonna talk to the party.
Okay.
Quickly.
I do
Okay,
have
guys.
questions too.
Are we going in the hole? Is that?
I
is
just
that
had a
the
thought
plan?
about that. So, assuming they lower this person down, right, in the
Yes.
cage, right? Why don't we just stand on top of the cage?
I don't think
I
getting in the
think-
hole is the problem.
I think it's getting out is the problem.
They just
we do
pull us back
also-
up.
Have like 86 people that can try to help us get out of the hole.
Yeah, they just pull us back up. I don't see the problem.
So I think we should just stop it and go down the hole. All of
I'm
us.
fine with that.
And say, hello, tiny people. It's us. Aren't you so
Homer
excited?
Owen.
Okay, guys, we're going down the hole, right? I need a yes from the entire party.
Yes or no, I'm going, and I just start walking forward.
Okay, cool. Me and Barnaby are going. If anybody's coming with us. Now's
Okay.
the time.
You guys begin stepping forward at the same time that this young, kind of gangly man, again, pale, sallow skin, dark sunken eyes, and just kind of like a messy shock of like blonde hair. He also begins to step forward, and then seeing you approach, looks very confused.
I'll pipe up.
Sure.
No need. We're going down the hole. If you all could return to your homes and keep your doors latched and your shutters closed, as you always have been doing, These
Well,
fine gentlemen will try and keep an eye on you in case there's any shenanigans.
It might be better if the people that are farther out in town stay with somebody else tonight, closer to town, so we can watch over you.
No outliers would be best.
There is a very like bizarre sort of motion in this crowd as like every head just kind of quietly just kind of turns to look at you all, and everyone seems to realize for the first time that you're there. Which is weird, because these people were literally like feet from you as they walked by, just fucking staring at the ground, like completely wordless, numb. The sound of this strange voice and the sudden realization that there are many, many strangers among the townspeople suddenly brings this whole gathering to life. And the silence is broken by a sudden outbreak of low, nervous sort of muttering. Homer, for his part, does get kind of a weak smile, and he says, "You're volunteering for me. Thank you. Wait, you're real, right?" And he'll start to kind of reach out for your face.
I'll reach out to his hand and be like,
Thank you.
I'll protect
Oh.
Burberry.
Yeah, like you take his hand, and there's that flinch, this like tremor in his hand, his arm. But kind of realizing like, oh wow, you are real. He looks over to Alra, and kind of realizes where she's been standing this whole time, amongst all of you, and has this like incredulous look. You really weren't lying. They came, didn't they? And at this point, the old man up on the stage will have kind of made his way down off the platform and through the crowd up to you. What is all this? You're planning to head down? Head down there.
Planning is a strong word, but yes.
It's okay, Barry. We're okay.
It's why we came
I would
here.
like to let the captain person to know that lid. I want one. I want it so bad.
A lid.
Captain person.
Lit.
Not a
lid.
toast
Oh,
host.
Sidon. Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lid.
He will be much more responsive. He'll start talking to soldiers, being like, track down some nails and a hammer. Grab your shields.
Okay, so I guess at this point, I'm gonna go make an announcement to these villagers now that they know we're real. And Noelle, if you'd like to join me, please be my guest.
Sure.
I'll whisper to the Alorn and Noelle. Do you want me to calm them down first, or do you want to do this cold turkey?
I think we'll be okay.
I think we're not giving them terrible news. So
If anything, we're giving good news.
Oh
yeah,
no,
so we should
I
be
just meant I wasn't hoping for like a whole bit of a buzz to go immediately after like stuff
I
we
don't
got up
know
there.
how buzzy these people could even really get.
Yeah, they don't seem very
Yay.
There's definitely, some actual conversation happening in the crowd now. There's whispered mutterings happening versus the just dead, numb silence earlier. But yeah, they're still very low energy. Just like, Oliver wasn't kidding. There really are people here. Oh my God. They're not going to make it back. Shit like that.
All right, so I guess okay, I'll walk up onto the stage.
I'll join Aloran.
I'll stay here.
I know who's gonna go in the cage because I know I ain't fitting in that.
I mean, I'm small. I
I
can
don't
go in
think
there.
anyone should go in the
Barnaby,
cave.
maybe you should check
Barnaby.
the chain to make sure it's actually going to support everyone.
I give it a flick with my finger.
Bing.
It's nice.
Yeah, there's a loud, high-pitched metallic chime.
I assume the weight load based off of that.
All right, Mr. Mechanic, give me an investigation check.
With assistance.
Let's see. That's with assistance. Is that advantage then?
Yep.
All right. Thank you for the assistance. That turned it from a 2+2 to an 18+2.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like to think that you started trying to do the calculations in your head and Burberry just like slides you a sheet of paper. That's
Thank you.
Well, from the looks of it, Barney, what you got here is about an 8-gauge chain, right? So this is a good solid 1/4 inch of wrought steel on each of these links here. Good pattern weld closing each one of these. Real fine craftsmanship, actually. And looking at the winch mechanism itself, you've actually are pretty impressed. This is probably the most like substantial, sturdy thing in the village. Very like heavy set wood and stone wheel with a winch mechanism sort of set up to it that kind of trails up to the top of this arm, this very heavily reinforced wooden arm that is holding the gibbet over the well. And considering how heavy that cage is, you're pretty confident this mechanism is probably going to be able to lower you all without issue. It might be a little bit tricky coming back up, just because of the torque of the people operating it is probably not going to be a lot. That might need to be a couple trips, but you could all make it down pretty easily.
At worst, we may have to make a few ups and downs to get back up, but going down shouldn't be a problem.
It's good to know.
Burberry, you can go on the first ride.
all right.
Burberry can be the first one back up.
You can be the very first
I
one.
don't think I'll be as big of a problem if we manage to get through the thing. It's the getting through the thing that I find. Oh, anyway, thank you.
That's fair. So I guess I'm gonna address the townspeople. Noel, feel free to chime in.
Sure.
Whatever you'd like. So the island's called Montalban, right?
Yep.
What's the city called again?
This is Muiti, and it's a village. It's
mooring,
not even
mooring.
a mooring. Yes, that is the port.
Okay, so we have come from mooring after learning that you were still alive, because we did not know there was anyone out in these woods for however long you've been here. But we found out and we made a trip here, and we are going to take you out of this place. We're currently working on providing a shelter for y'all if things don't go well down in the hole.
Strange prismatic lights just continue to shine out from through the cracks in the door.
On that
in
note,
that
don't go in
warehouse.
the barn for the day.
Yeah, don't go in there right now because he's working on it, but it'll be a safe haven where the creature cannot touch you when it's finished. But we are going to go down and we are going to kill it.
Or
And
not.
you're going to...
No, wait, I'm not up there. Right.
Yeah, you're not up there. You're not allowed to say
Chime in from off stage.
I just want to double check something. Does John actually fit down this hole?
Yeah, he could fit. It'll be tight. Like you're not gonna go shoulder to shoulder with anybody else. But
We're gonna have to scrunch.
down there.
We're gonna have to scrunch, John. We're gonna
Okay.
fit.
I mean, I was just gonna I feel like this is like the side conversation. I thought we were just gonna like hook ourselves to the links and slide down with the mechanism. I don't think we all have to fit in the cage.
Oh, I ain't fitting in that cage. I know that.
Yeah, so I mean, you could sit on top of the cage,
That was the plan.
and then you could just stack like
I was honestly more worried about the fact of actually getting in the overall well hole thing. Like,
John is not too dummy thick for the hole. I promise. It's a big
Okay.
enough hole.
Anyone got a grease? We can get them down if we really need to.
I don't want to go down that fast. That sounds like fall damage. I don't think my poor ankles could take it.
God, I got
Fucking
it.
oil
And
John
by
up
my
and just
ankles, I
fucking
mean
drop
Bart's
him.
ankles.
I got it. You guys position the monster right underneath the hole, and John just drops right from the top.
And then John just got to get angry, and then he won't take any damage.
Slippery
That's how
John.
it works.
Slippery, angry John.
slightly like.
Goes back with 1 hit point, just like ah!
Back to the speech.
What was I saying?
Each of us have seen the horrors and injustices that this monster has racked upon your island. And we are hoping by the end of this night that we can finish this once and for all. If something does go wrong, these men over here can protect you all. And like Lauren said, we may be able to get you a safe haven by tomorrow. But I think in a best case scenario, we won't need it. That's what we're hoping for, at least.
I'll chime in again. We have killed this monster once before. We have cleared a patch of this island from its control. And we're hoping this is its lair, and we'll free the entire island this time. So, I know it's been a rough time for you all, but hopefully that will come to an end.
It's quiet, and all eyes are on you. At this point, I think Commodore Sidon will probably approach the stage just to confer with you all. So you're really determined to head down then?
I think we have to.
All right. We will set up perimeter up here and hold the village till you return. Hopefully within the day. Although I think if you are not back within a week, we might be in more serious trouble.
Assuming we survive, both myself and Burberry can cast Sending. If not today, then tomorrow.
So if we don't hear from you...
By tomorrow.
All right. I think our part in this is unchanged. So, men, if you would please. He'll return to his troops and begin directing the beginnings of this perimeter around the square.
I'm going to...
Seriously, just do the don't call us, we'll call you.
I don't know how they'd call us. I'm gonna go to the barn where Gideon is, too, before we do anything.
Okay.
Is it being guarded, or are you kind of just walking?
There is a group of crossbowmen, one of the units of 10 that have sort of assembled outside and just kind of like fanned out around the door. As you approach, there is one guy who like moves like nobody should, like, you know, trying to enforce the order, and then another guy's like, chill, she started this whole thing.
That's not right.
And he's like, oh okay. So they'll just kind of step aside.
I'll just go inside. What do I...
There's no well, but there very much is a well.
It's time for Noel to become well.
Sorry, it had to be done at least once.
I appreciate that. I didn't think about it. All right, I'm going in. What do I see? What does it look like in here as Gideon works?
Are you just gonna like kick the door open, like what up, or are you like just gonna crack the door, like
and
just
go
peek
in?
Sure. Just a normal entry, sure.
What up, bitch?
As soon as the door opens, what up, bitch? What's in here? As soon as you open the door, the light that was shining down across the ground, like under the door crack, much brighter now. There is this sort of pulsing, prismatic light, sort of like constantly sort of growing and dimming, and sort of strobing around the room. This structure is, as you were told, a granary. This is sort of the city's food repository. Mostly sacks, crates, pots, just filled with grains, some vegetables. All of them kind of sorry looking. The floor in the center of this large structure has been cleared away, and Gideon is currently walking the perimeter of that circle, probably like a 5-foot diameter. Wings like outstretched, like the cloak completely discarded. You can see this intricate tattoo work kind of up and down his body, and held aloft over his head in both hands. He is clutching what looks to be this like bronze cast horned skull. It's got sort of a human-ish bone structure, slightly elongated along the mouth, and these like heavy curling horns that kind of sweep back from it. And as he walks, he's chanting the entire time. And this light is emanating from the 3 eye sockets in this skull.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and sort of walk with him, keep pace as he goes around this circle. And I'm just going to say, I know you're concentrating. You don't have to talk. Just listen. We are determined to kill this creature tonight. We think it's in everyone's best interest. I know you're working on this. But if things get bad out there while we're working, then you need to abandon this and help the soldiers. Please keep that in mind.
There's sort of a falter in his step. But he doesn't lose concentration on the spell. He continues his pace, he continues the chant, and as he does, he will just sort of slowly turn his head and just nod to you, without breaking this casting.
Thank you, Gideon. Hopefully we won't need this. I'll turn around and I'll go back out of the barn. I'll tell one of the guards by the door. While we're down there, if things get bad out here, fetch him. He'll understand.
Kind of looks back. Is the door still open, or did you close it behind you?
I guess I closed it behind me.
Okay. He'll just kind of glance back at the kind of the shining lights out from under the door and just kind of be like, yeah, all right.
Okay. I will return to the group.
Before I go into this hole, I'm gonna send a message to Gerald.
Time for your daily panic attack, Gerald.
I feel like you're doing nothing but causing Gerald to stress. Just constant stress.
Okay, would it be better if like Gideon comes back and he's like, "Hey, by the way, Gerald, the Lord died in a hole." Oh, she didn't message you because she was too afraid that you're stressing her out too much.
I feel like Gerald's gonna be like, is this what it's like to have a teenage daughter? Like,
Oh God, no!
Why you gotta say it like
Why?
that?
Now it's creepy.
No, because like every time she goes out to do something, he's like, is she coming back? Is she coming back? You know, like,
Oh God.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Gerald, going down a creepy hole to go kill a monster." Hopefully it goes well. Sorry for the constant panic attacks. Just trying to keep you in the loop. Alright, well, hopefully I'll message you tomorrow. Alright, that's it.
the end.
I think this is why we don't tell people our adventure stories during the adventure, but afterwards they know we already survived.
Plot twist, we all died.
Oh God.
So Gerald's response will be measured. Okay.
I feel so bad.
Move slowly. Don't rush ahead. Don't get separated. Rest if you have to. It's you don't want to be caught, unprepared for something big down there. If you've got to, slow down. You got this.
He resisted the urge to say don't die.
Or maybe he ran out.
Watch, he jinxed us by saying don't die. He jinxed us. Okay, cool. I'm ready to go. Lauren will walk over to the cage and just clasp herself in. Or before she closes the door, she's like, anyone want to join me?
There's room. I'll
Oh,
go
it's
in the
about
cage.
time.
I'll get in the cage because
Y'all
I
have
don't
fun in
have
there.
I don't have any faith in my strength checks for this.
Yeah,
so
no.
yeah, cage shot.
I'm Team Cage.
All right, so Lauren, Burberry, and Noelle are gonna all squish together in the cage.
Is Hickey and Brynborn joining us?
Yeah, they've been kind of like lurking along the perimeter of this as you guys are setting everything up. And now that you guys are all finally,
He's done.
now that you guys are all finally approaching the cage, Hidkey will finally like kind of lead Brynbor up towards you guys. And say, so we're still doing this, right?
If you want to come with us, you can. I would feel better with you by my side, but
They
I will
don't
not
call
force
it-
you.
They don't call it Fool's Inn for no reason, but I wasn't there for no reason either. I aim to see this through.
All right, come on. then, I'll
Brynbor
suck in my
behind
gut.
her. I'll join the boys up top. Brynbor, he is looking very trepidatious, but he will sort of look over the cage. It's a little cramped. I think I'll ride with Hitkey up top.
Are you sure we can squeeze in?
We can
And she'll
pull.
just like,
Lauren is small.
I'm very small. I'm like compact size.
It's weird because dragonborns are predominantly like scaly people. There's not like a lot of exposed flesh, except like around the eyes, and you can see, in the kind of fading light, there is a clear flushing at the very top of the cheek, like just under the eye, as you guys begin to kind of make room and pull him into the cage with you. All right, I guess I'm riding in here with you guys. Cool. Careful. That tail. Watch that.
I'm gonna put that outside
Well,
the
I
bars.
understand completely.
Yeah, we'll just toss it outside of the bars.
I'll just pass it to me. All right.
Or is it impolite to touch a dragonborn's tail? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, just don't. He like
Hold
stops
on.
himself from saying the tip. Just here, give me. All right, watch your elbow. And he just kind of grabs it, like wraps it around himself. He's like, okay, I'm good. It occurs to me I probably could have stepped out to do this. I'm sorry.
It's like a
It's a quality
scaly.
tail you've got there.
It's like a scarf, kind of.
It's very
I wish I
flattering
could do that
look.
with mine.
Very distinguished.
Thank you.
Blushes for a whole new reason.
This is not how I expected this to start.
No, I don't think it's how any of
I
us
don't think any of us
expected
expected to go down there tonight, so here we are.
Well,
Everyone's else fussing down there. I guess I'm going to get on top. Who's going to be
Alright.
the bottom?
Hidkey will look at John. And then she'll kind of look around like, winch is tall. Come here. I'll wrestle you for it. She'll fucking prop up her hand.
John, you do make the most sense.
John does make the most sense. You can have hot orc lady sitting in your lap, John.
John will go first.
If you
Okay.
put up a fight.
So, at this point, just so that you don't have 3 giant people clambering all over the wooden fucking structure that's suspending this thing, the raffle man, Abimael, his name is, will approach and he will say, if you're ready, then we can start lowering you down. You can climb on as the chain exposes.
My secret, Captain.
Good.
I've never.
Good luck.
One more question before we go.
Yeah.
What will we see when we get down there?
Whatever scares you most, I imagine.
Oh.
He starts his work early. In the descent.
Okay.
Don't fall off, y'all. And you guys use the bathroom beforehand, right?
Yes.
So I swear to God, if it starts raining.
I'm giggling because I'm like, oh no, for Barnaby it's being drunk, for Lauren it's being sober. This is gonna be great.
Oh, who said Lauren's going to be?
Oh no, I meant for showing your biggest fear.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I would like to note that as we're descending, she's going to be kind of like wiggling around, pulling out a bottle of booze and just kind of like struggling to drink some.
Brent Borges. Is that rum?
You want some?
Please. Here. He'll reach in awkwardly over his shoulder to get the
Like
bottle.
shoving it past my face.
Sorry.
Here, you just keep that. I have another one. She'll just wiggle out another bottle.
Thank you.
You know, the good news is if any of us have a fear of heights, the monster can't make this any worse.
Do you have a fear of heights?
You say
I
that. Abimael says, and he begins.
I finally figured
The
out
crank.
why Lauren wanted that bag of holding thing.
For all the booze, man.
That's where she keeps all the booze and joints.
You've heard of a wet bar, haven't you? Well, have you seen a wet bag?
Because I got a wet bag. Fully stocked. 20.
So-
Have you
The-
guys seen those elevators where the floor has like televisions in it and it'll like play the floor falling out from under
Oh,
the
sure,
elevator?
sure.
Yeah, I've seen that. Fuck that. So, anyways, you guys begin to get
wanna
lower
slowly-
down this fucking hole. John clambers onto the chain as it, exposes enough room and kind of takes his seat on top of the gibbet. Hidkey will probably start by trying to like stand on the gibbet behind him, and then just eventually just like fuck it and just kind of grab on and just cling to it with her arms and knees. And I guess on top will be Barnaby. If I could get from John and Barnaby a strength check, just to kind of hold your spot as you guys begin the descent into the dark tunnel of this well. Hidkey will join you.
That's a nat 20 plus 2.
Very nice.
Mine is a 19 plus 4, so 23.
Okay. And Hidkey rolled an 11, which is still enough.
Yay!
Plunges to their death.
So you just hear the cranking of this wheel beginning to echo around this narrow well as you begin to descend further and further. The opening overhead now, the sky overhead is fading with the last of daylight, but there's still more light out there than there is down here, and comparatively it begins to seem brighter and brighter the further you get away from it, like this distant star almost. And after about 100 feet, John, well, really, everyone in the cage will be the first to really notice it. John is the first to really feel it with no constraint anymore as the sort of stone tunnel drops away and the chamber below opens up immensely around you, and the gibbet is now just slowly descending through this wide open space, heading further and further towards the ground.
Burberry
And-
whispers, "Should I fight whatever might happen?"
Maybe a calm emotion might be good.
Oh, that's
John-
what I'm asking.
Oh, that is a good idea.
I
John,
think a
in
calm.
a creepy little voice goes, "We're here."
Oh God, it's starting.
I actually, out of character question. Are we planning to be like? Are we trying to trick this thing, or are we just going in guns blazing?
I don't think there's no trick in it. There's
I
like,
don't think there's much
I
point
assume
as it is a
I assume
giant
we can
open
read our
thing.
minds. Like,
there's like 7 of us on this thing.
Okay,
It's not
then I
normal.
feel inclined.
plus, I'm pretty
to-
sure it can read our minds, can't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well,
gotta.
and I am gonna say that I don't think calm emotion is going to last for the entire trip down because they did say it was several minutes. And calm emotion's good for. Oh wait, calm emotion's good for like an hour. Never mind.
Are we casting?
Not until I get highly concerned about whatever's happening.
I think I will turn the drift globe on daylight then, if we're not trying to be sneaky, just so we can see what the fuck is going on.
Okay. So I was about to ask for wisdom saves from the party
Ah.
as the chamber opens up around you.
Do I get the drift globe, or do I have to wait for that?
Let's see how this wisdom save goes.
I'm. So wait, do like we feel the fear start to wash over us? Is that what's happening?
You will at the conclusion of the save, yes.
20 total.
20, good.
Rolled a 5 plus 6, so 11.
14 minus 1, so 13.
Ooh,
I'm glad you're in the cage, Lauren.
I'm so glad I'm in the cage.
damn.
Hold on. I'm probably fine. Because I rolled a 17. That's without adding crap.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, no, Burberry's good. John?
Sorry, I missed it. What kind of roll?
A wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. That's a 19 again. Plus 2, so 21.
Yeah, good. So, Aloran and Barnaby and Brynbor failed their wisdom saves.
Brynbor.
So, Aloran, through the dark around you, you begin to hear this sort of muffled, bubbling noise. This movement of water. It's a sound you're very accustomed to, you know, having grown up underwater. And there's almost a sort of a waving, like dim light beginning to flicker around you, and you are suddenly like overcome by the sensation that you guys have almost been submerged in this cave, and just barely visible against that dim, wavering light, you can see drifting all around you these still bodies suspended in the air, bloated and mangled. Barnaby,
Yes.
you hear overhead this very loud clicking noise.
What's that? Barnaby just kind of snaps where it gets real tense. What's that?
And Brynbor also begins to shake inside the cage beside you, Lauren, Noel, Barnaby, or Burberry. It's like, oh god, no, this was a mistake, this was a mistake. I can see him. He's right there.
I'd like to cast that spell now.
Same.
Okay, yeah. So, calm emotions, daylight. No sooner has this vision sort of struck you two than it's suddenly gone. The feeling of fear dispelled by Burberry's spell, and the chamber suddenly illuminated by this shining orb of daylight. What you see around you is not much better, however. Crisscrossing the walls of this cave is this thick, sinewy black substance, feet wide in places. And as soon as the light opens or starts shining, you see all around the cavern movement in these vines, these tendrils, as eyes begin to open up, and the pupils contracting, all swivel to look up at the gibbet. And you hear from below this rumbling voice. You. Not you.
Ah, baby teeth.
And the whole chamber just begins to shake. Meanwhile, the winch sounds continuing to echo from overhead, and you can see down below the floor drawing closer. This rocky, uneven cavern floor, similarly covered in these black tendrils, here and there, eyes, sort of opening and closing to watch as you touch down. And as you hit the ground, taking stock of your surroundings, you can see through the daylight that there are openings along the floor here, tunnels that seem to be converging on this chamber. And you can hear, as the rumbling begins to fade, a sound echoing out of one of them. This high, shrill, screeching sound. And Aloran, Noel, with your passive perceptions, you would be able to see at the very edge of the daylight humanoid forms beginning to rush out of the darkness of that tunnel towards your cage. So, if I could get some initiative rolls, please.
Oh no.
Let's do this.
I like what I'm hearing, man.
Natural 20 for Noel.
Bro.
Damn.
I got
15 for Barnaby.
15 for Barnaby.
I got a 3.
17 for Burberry.
17 for Burberry. What was John's?
3.
Oof. Total?
Yeah.
Damn. Aloran? What was that?
7.
7. And then Noel,
25.
that was a natural 20, so 25. 9 and Bubba. Brimboar is not rolling great, guys.
Is it because he's still getting over his feel?
Maybe.
Or is it because this monster almost killed him yesterday? Or 3 days ago?
That might have something to do with it. So, these creatures are probably not going to go first. I don't think there's any way they can beat a 25. But oop. Or shit, there it is. So they roll a that's not happening. Okay, so Noel is definitely going first.
Cool.
What would you like to do with your turn, Noel?
So we don't see like one big monster here. It's like a bunch of little guys.
No, you
coming
see
towards us.
a group of human-sized figures rushing out of the darkness towards you. And they're about 120 feet out. We need to change the music here.
And these are the things that were making that sound.
Yeah, they're screeching as they run. Just this. I'm not even gonna try to attempt this because it's just gonna sound like fucking mic spam.
I can imagine screeching.
Yeah. This Slavic blah, 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 fucking screechy noises.
Okay. Nothing crazy. I'm just gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
I mean, not that I can cast it anyways. And then
There's more Noels in here. How do they fit?
I guess are they placed on the
so
floor
Noel,
around to step?
Yeah, you're on solid ground.
I know, but like you
You
said, it
can
was
step
like
out.
covered in black goo.
It's like crisscrossed with this stuff. It's very, I mean, it's very upside down, right?
Yeah.
There's these gooey tendrils
I
just
will
kind of
try
like webbing
to avoid
everything.
stepping directly on them and get out of the cage.
Sure.
I'll just move
All
like
right, so
10 feet.
Noelle steps out, 10 feet away from the cage, and ends her turn. That will take us to Burberry. It is your turn, also inside the cage. What do you want to do?
I'm going to stay in here. But I will cast Aid. So everybody gets +5 hit points and increases your max hit points by +5.
Yo,
yeah, Burberry.
a level 3 aid.
Burberry, your AC is one higher as well
Level 2.
for this turn.
So it's
We get, we all
I'll do
get,
it. I'll do it for Breadmore,
Okay, so Brenborg gets an extra 5 hit points.
John, and Noelle.
Cool.
I do it on Lauren, but she's gonna go up and in and out of.
So John is at 76, and Noelle is at 42. Okay. So aid has been cast, and staying in the cage.
And you feel slightly more stable.
Sick.
Oh yeah, and yours is again. Let's figure out what everybody gets from me.
And I can stream this because I do have tabletop open for reference if needed.
Cool.
Open screen share. Come on now. Where you at? Tabletop. Okay.
Everybody within 5 feet of me gets the +1 con check.
Okay, cool.
Not that I think you'll be using it much, but there you go.
Okay. You guys are like at the opposite ends of this fucking battle map. So, that'll be the end of Berber's turn. Barnaby, it is your turn. You are currently clinging to the chain. So, you are currently like 20 feet off the ground.
do see what I was hearing clacking.
As soon as Burberry cast that spell, the clacking noise completely stopped. And looking around, there does not seem to be anything visible, like on the cavern walls where that sound was coming from, beyond just these black tendrils with the eyes watching you.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, you said there's a few on the ground.
Yeah, there are 3 sort of emaciated humanoid figures rushing out of a tunnel towards you guys. I will say they're probably like, that kind of situation, right?
All right.
So 20 feet. You're 20 feet up on top of on this chain. You could climb down 15 feet with your movement.
Yeah, I think I'll
since you
do
don't have a
that.
climb speed, and then you could drop to the ground.
I'll do that. I ain't jumping down yet.
Okay, so I'll say give me a dexterity check, or I guess
acrobatics.
I am suddenly blanking.
Or athletics.
Athletics.
Hold up. Falling. Is it a check or a save?
I mean, I'm just climbing down and then just letting go.
Yeah, I know. I think I want to say it was a save that we've been doing. I could be wrong. I'll just say dex save, and then
All right.
yeah, if you pass, it'll be no prone. You'll land on your feet.
That's a 17 plus 4. 21.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So you'll take half this. So 5 damage, half down to 2, no issues, and hit the ground, standing, gun at the ready. Who you shooting first? I guess it don't matter, does it?
Are they super far? Are they farther out than 40 feet? I imagine they are.
Yes, they are just coming into visibility, rushing into the radius of the daylight, which is a 60-foot bright light, 60-foot dim light, right?
I'll check.
Yeah, I'd rather not shoot at disadvantage, so I'm just gonna aim my gun ready if they get into 40 meters.
Okay. So already shot.
Yep.
That will take us to the creatures. So they are running, and they will continue to run and dash on their turn, and that's gonna get them 60 feet closer. So there. So these things are just running as fast as they possibly can, charging down this tunnel. They are now 60 feet from you, Barnaby, if you would like to shoot.
I still have disadvantage up till it's 40, so.
True.
But YOLO. All right. Actually, it'd be Yodo. You only dream once.
That's not really true.
Well, Barnaby's just muttering that to himself.
Yodo.
That's
so
a
yeah,
9 plus 9.
that'll hit.
That is not great. 2 plus 4, 6, so. Yep, 6.
6 damage. Kaboom. There is a spray of viscera as your shot connects with the lead creature. It howls in pain, and that will be the end of their turn, and you're ready to action. That'll take us to Hidkey. Hidkey is going to just fucking drop. Land prone. Oof. She'll stand up with her half her movement, and that will take 15 feet, I believe. Yeah. So she will move another 15 feet. 1, 2, 3. And then as a bonus action, she will use her aggressive trait, which lets her move towards a hostile creature that she can see. Which will get her right next to the lead boy, and she's gonna fucking charge forward and just start swinging. That's a nat 1. Fuck.
Damn.
It is dark. Or I guess it's not dark because it's daylight. That is a 14. That'll hit. Hidkey will deal another damage. Where's my dice? I need the one dice I don't have duplicates of. Ooh, damn. That was a 12. So 16 damage on the lead boy that you shot. She fucking cleaves deep into the chest of this one, just buries the axe, and it just screams. Cool. So that will be her turn. That'll take us to Aloran. So Aloran, you are currently crammed inside the cage with Brynbor and Burberry.
I will get out of the cage.
Okay.
I will move 30 feet towards the creatures.
Okay.
I will cast Bark Skin on myself.
Actually, I guess you'd be one back. So Barkskin.
Yep, I'll cast Bark Skin on myself, and then bonus action, I will turn into a bear.
Okay. Get big. And as per usual, Bear Lauren is back and ready to rumble. That will be the end of your turn. That'll take us to Brynbor. He is going to play it safe. I think he's gonna step out and behind the gibbet, and he's just gonna fucking take a pot shot, like over your shoulder, Barnaby, at that lead guy. That's gonna be 5. I think that's within range. Oh yeah, he's good. Cool. So that's cocked. Fuck. All right, we're retiring this die. That's a 1. Poor guy, just into the dark. All right, John, it is your turn, my guy.
Yeah. Am I able to do like a tuck and roll jump off the top of this thing so that I'm just up and ready to go?
Yeah, give me a dexterity save.
Okay. Dex. That would be 15.
15? Cool. All right. So you hit the ground running. You will only take 3 damage.
Okay. That's 3 of my 5 temporary hit points gone.
That's fine. That's not temporary. That is an actual increase to your max for the next 8 hours.
It is very useful.
I don't want to put it in my normal spot because I'm not going to remember what my normal HP spot is. Should I just put it in my normal hit points instead of my max hit points then?
I would just make a note that you have the status aid and go ahead and put it in your normal. Because it is different from temp.
My max HP is 75 now.
76 it should be.
76. And I have 74 right now. 73.
You have yes, 73.
And then I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna rage, and then sprint up to the monsters that they just shot and cleaved, and then finish it off. Hopefully.
Okay. What is your movement speed again?
Did I start within 5 feet of everybody else or no?
You started within 5 feet of Burberry and Noel and Brynbor.
So I get, I don't know, what do I get from them? Is that
Does anybody give anything?
I don't think we are good
bonus
enough
wise?
buddies to get super good bonuses.
All my bonus gives is +1 to dex checks.
All right. So it's 45 feet to the closest monster.
I have 40 feet, but I have reach.
That's true. So, carry on.
So I'm gonna get with up to my max distance, 40 feet,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna swing at the guy that's already been hit a bunch.
Yep. So go ahead and give me a roll.
It's a 14 to hit.
14. I believe that does hit. Yeah. Yes.
Phew, that was okay, and then that is 1d10 plus 6, which is max damage. Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's
How much?
16 damage.
That's a dead boy. He is out. How do you kill this one?
I'm just gonna chop it right in half.
Just and it just hits the ground. Sick.
Am I within reach of any of the other ones or no?
They are. Yeah. You could reach another one.
Okay, I'll use my extra attack on that one.
All right.
And that's a miss.
Oof. Unfortunate.
Unless 8 hits.
8 does not hit.
What are these
So-
creatures now that they're in the light more?
So they are like these emaciated, pale humanoids, like muscular but like withered and rotten. They have this horrible fucking stench to them. Super sharp teeth, these long, like fucking lolling tongues, sharp claws. They're gross, gnarly looking guys.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I think you. Okay, no. You guys have literally seen these things before. If you'll recall, session 2,
Oh.
there was an old ruined lighthouse with some grody undead boys
Oh, those
in the
things.
basement.
Yep.
Yeah. These
I
are
remember those.
similar to those. They appear to be ghasts. So, top of the order, we have Noel.
All right. I will move. Let's see. I'll move enough that I can get in range with my crossbow, probably.
How close do you want to be?
I'll double check my range on
You are
this.
currently 52.
Let's see. Hand crossbow 5e. 3120. I don't think I can get within 30 of any of them, could I?
Oh yeah, you can get 30.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll try and take
There.
a shot at one of them.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
Oh, that's a good roll. 18 plus stuff.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Give me damage.
Oh. Yeah, that dice is gone. 6 damage.
6 damage. Thunk. Roar! Fucking screeches, recoiling in anger.
That will be my turn.
Cool. That'll be Burberry's turn then.
Burberry is going to do the thingy. Hold on, sorry. I was looking up some other stuff. Okay, I'm going to. Am I 60 feet from thingies? I would like to be 60 feet from thingies.
You are just under 60 feet. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I want to get 60 feet within or I want to shoot the one on the left with a sacred flame. 'cause-
Okay, cool. So they need to make a dexterity save.
Yes,
And that is a failure, I'm pretty sure.
14.
7. Yep, that's a fail. Cool. Give me some damage.
Okay.
How'd we do?
2 damage, she said.
2.
Yes.
Are you rolling? Did you roll 2 1s?
No, it's only 1d8 radiant damage. It's
You're level
sacred flame.
5. You're level 5.
Right.
It's 2d8.
That's my bad. 4.
So you rolled 2 2s. That's a little better. Okay, we'll take that. So 4 radiant damage. This flash of light in front of you, John and Hidki, and the creature recoils angrily. Its skin like blistered red. Barnaby, it is your turn.
I'm going to move up.
Okay, how close?
Probably a little further than Lauren and Noel. Probably about 2 behind John if I can get there.
That'll do it.
Right. And then I will shoot.
Ka-chunk. Cool. Roll to hit.
That is going to be a 6 plus 9, 15 for the first hit.
15 will hit. Which one are you aiming at?
The one just to the left of John.
Left. Okay.
That is going to be a 11 damage total for that first hit.
Oof. Good hit.
And then second hit, I know this one's going to miss. That's a 2 plus 9, 11.
Nope. Don't do it. Sorry, guy.
I'm still looking for whatever made that clacking noise. I have my suspicions.
Heard something up there. Unfortunate. Well, that will be the end of your turn then.
Yep.
That'll take us to the ghasts. And they will close distance with you, John. And they're going to try to attack. So, they don't have a lot to hit, but they're going to try.
Did any of them move in the range when we...
They would have already been inside your range.
Oh, okay.
Because you attacked them last turn. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That I am genuinely pretty good at. That is a 17.
Okay. Taking a hit from this creature, that's going to be 6 damage. That'll be halved down to 3 piercing damage. And then you can tell there's a burning sensation on your skin as this thing rakes its claws across you. There is definitely something real gnarly happening there. But thankfully, beyond just like this burning, tingling sensation, it doesn't seem to grow any worse than that. So that'll take us to Hidki, who will take her turn to smack. That is, I believe that's a hit. Yep, 15 and 17. So she will attack the one on the left. That's going to be 11 and 6. So 2 great axe swings. This creature is now like horribly mangled across the chest, big gashes just leaking, this congealed blood all over the floor. Lauren, it is your turn.
Can I close distance this turn and attack?
Oh yeah,
one of them. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
yeah. You can easily. Do you want to get next to both of them or just one?
Both of them.
All right, so around the corner here. Ba-dum. All right, which one do you want to hit?
Can I hit both of them with each of my attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
One each?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Okay, first one's an 18 plus 5.
Hits.
Second one is a 19 plus 5.
Hits.
Cool. So I believe the first one's a D8 and 2 D6s. Let me just... Okay, so the first one's a D8 So 4 plus 4, 8.
8 damage.
And 4, 4 plus 4, so 12.
That is another dead creature. How do you do it?
Rip its head off.
Lauren's got a method. It hasn't failed her yet. Just.
Yep.
It's almost like it's surgical. It's like deboning a fish almost. You just fucking clamp down, pull, and like half the spine comes out with it, and you're just like, done. Next.
Yep.
Bryn Boar. Poor bastard. He's gonna keep hanging out next to you, Burberry. Actually, he'll probably step out just a bit, just so we can get an angle on this creature. And short bow. That might hit. That is, 15. That'll do it. So he will deal 7 damage. Ooh. Cool. That'll take us to. Ooh. Where is my initiative here? John.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. Actually, wait, now it's this guy who's dead. Excuse me.
And there's only one guy left, or are they both gone?
There's one guy left.
I'm gonna swing at him.
Give me some hits.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
15 damage.
15. That exacts it. How do you want to do it?
Nice.
I'll just chop him in half like normal.
Just. Yeah. It is just like a fucking strike team here. You guys just charge in and immediately just disassemble this little hit squad that came charging out of the dark. And just like that, it is quiet again.
I guess I'll head back on over to the main group.
Okay.
I guess we gotta figure out where we're going.
Pick a tunnel, any tunnel.
Should we go where the creatures came from?
I was just about to say that. Beat me to it.
Well, let's start there.
Okay. So, heading forward then, what does our marching order look like?
I can
Probably
go first.
Go back.
I'll be in the middle.
I'll be up with John.
Okay. So we've got a Lauren at the front as a fucking bear. We have Hidkey, John, and Barnaby kind of following, and behind them Bryn Boar, Burberry, and Noel. So I'll say front and back of the party. If you guys could make some perception checks for me.
18 plus 9.
15 total.
Damn.
Don't mind me.
Barnaby's just too paranoid. That's
John
1
got,
plus 2.
John got a 21.
Okay. So, as you guys depart this chamber, I will say, Noel, you do probably notice that the eyes sort of peering out of that black tendril material are sort of watching, and there is this sort of low rumble as you begin to make your way down the tunnel that all of you can kind of feel underfoot. As you advance, though, you see this material sort of beginning to fade a bit from view. These webs sort of dig into the ground and start to sort of snake through the earth around you, more like roots. than the sort of plastered just material all over that cavern. The eyes sort of drop away, but you are sort of always in the presence of these things sort of weaving in and out of the ground around you. There's not any sound of anything following. And ahead of you, Aloran, you don't see any further sign of encroachment, any additional creatures making their way up towards you. And you find your path more or less quiet, calm, and unimpeded.
Is the thing still kind of snaking?
The sort of tendrils and they're just kind of this ever-present sort of thing, kind of weaving in and out of the dirt like roots, just kind of unearthed in places.
Are we going up or down?
Okay.
Or are we just level?
So you are going down.
Okay.
The path here begins to dip, and time starts to sort of twist and wind. It does feel to you that this is a sort of a bored tunnel, something that was dug out, not a natural cavern. There's clear like claw marks and grooves in the packed earth around you.
Is the growling still happening?
You felt that as you were leaving the chamber, but over the next half hour, it's completely it's gone just totally silent, and you guys are just walking. At the end of that half hour, I should point out, up ahead, Aloran, you will see the tunnel fork in 3 different directions.
Does any of them look like the tendrils follow that path?
With your passive perception, I'd say that you can see them sort of snaking down all of them.
What about with my 18 plus 9 perception check?
Okay, fair. I'll say the right path seems to be a little heavier, a little more densely populated by this growth.
Kind of jerk my head to the right.
Try the right path.
Okay.
Can I talk?
I'm all for following the bear.
Can Lauren slowly learn how to speak English and bear? I speak common.
Barely.
Unfortunately, that's just not how bear mouths work.
I imagine she just goes like, yeah. Like...
Yeah. Is that allowed?
I think you could probably work out some kind of system for that pretty easily.
Okay.
Complex communication's a little involved. You could try writing, maybe. You got your big old fucking bare hands with a giant pencil, try and scratch something.
Well, can I just use one claw and just go?
All right, cool. We could also do it the sensible way. If you guys want to head right?
Yep.
Yes.
I will say that it is not much more than a couple more minutes before you guys encounter another fork.
Oh boy.
Not this again.
Okay.
Oh god.
We go back out of the cave, we light everything on fire.
We know what
We've done this before.
I'll give you one more for that 18 plus 9, Lauren. You can hear down the right fork this time. There is the very faint sound of sort of these flat, slappy footsteps sort of in that tunnel. The left tunnel is quiet.
No, I'll head down the right tunnel.
Okay. Oh, you're going down the right one.
Oh wait, I thought you said right.
The right tunnel has footsteps. The left tunnel is quiet.
Which one has more of the...
Are we still going down?
They're pretty similar. You are still going down, yes.
I guess... I feel like let's go down the one with the sound.
I mean, they have to be
Okay.
pretty close if we can hear them.
I mean, it is kind of echoing towards you, but yeah. The daylight spell is still active, correct?
For another, like, 25 minutes.
Okay. So,
For the record, calm emotions is not.
okay, that's fine. No residual fear effects would have taken hold.
I'm mostly saying it for
If it
whatever
happens again.
next.
Yeah. So heading towards the footsteps. Are you trying to be careful, or are you just gonna just fucking doom, 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 down the tunnel towards this thing?
Honestly, don't.
Sure, yeah. So when you begin down this tunnel, the rest of the party following, you hear the footsteps up ahead stop, and you hear this, and the footsteps start up again, and with Noel 20 feet behind you, you've got another 80 feet of light. Out of the darkness, 80 feet ahead of you, you see this new figure emerge. Tall, lanky, and garbed in this ragged cloak. Probably makes your stomach drop out for a split second as you recognize this is akin to one of the creatures that you guys encountered on the beach.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna go...
It's
chase
coming.
after it. We're gonna have that joint meeting where we're just like running at each other, like in those like romance movies.
All right.
So I'm going to...
Let me just roll initiative for this guy. We'll just keep what we got, because this could be a recurring issue. So he got a big fat. It's not terrible. Top of the order, Noel.
How far
From
out
behind
is he?
Aloran, you can see the edge of the light. There is this tall, cloaked figure now lumbering towards the bear.
How far out?
From you, it would be 120 feet.
I will hold an attack. I guess I'll... Yeah, I'll just... 120, I guess I could just... It doesn't matter if I hold the attack or not. I'll just take a disadvantage shot with the crossbow, see if I hit anything.
Okay.
Oh, that might hit. 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20 and 11. So...
We'll take it.
Oh, actually, I guess it would have been 18, but whatever. Okay, cool. I will... goddamn. Okay, 5 damage.
Woo!
Alright, that's my turn.
An arrow. That'll take us to Burberry.
That seems like a good idea. I'll join in on that.
More crossbows.
All the crossbows, all the time. I rolled a 2 on one of the dice. The other dice fell under the table, but it doesn't matter because that's a 2 and there's no way I'm rolling any lower.
That is not going to hit. Correct.
It's a natural 20 on the floor.
Shame. So Barnaby.
Well, I guess I will. How many of them are left? I can't see exactly on the.
So there is one creature coming towards you. Where the fuck is it? He is about 80 feet out.
Oh heck. That's awful far out.
From Aloran, I should say.
I'll try and shoot it from here. Why not?
Oof. Shit. Okay, yeah.
It's 80 feet. I got up to 120. So with disadvantage, that's a 12 plus 9.
12 plus 9. That'll hit. Give me some damage.
Is 15 damage.
Oof.
7 plus 4. And I'll do it again. Or at least try.
What you got?
Rolling for disadvantage. That's a 13 plus 9.
Still hits.
And then 13 to hit. That is eerie. That's a bit eerie.
13 damage?
Yep.
Okay. Dope. That'll be the end of your turn then?
Yes.
So... The creature is... Probably just going to rush towards the bear. So that'll be 30 feet. And the bear is now within 60 feet. And Aloran, as this thing draws closer to you, you can see sort of the bear's glimpse of its distended jaw and these like dark vacant eyes kind of barely visible under the ragged cowl. And I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw as this thing turns its gaze on you.
Wait, I'm not within 5 feet of Burberry, am I?
You're not.
Ooh, okay. 15 plus 2.
15 plus 2. That'll save. So you're only going to take half damage. As you take 17 halved, so 8 necrotic damage from its withering gaze. That'll take us to Hidki. She is going to do the thing where she runs and swings. She can close distance this turn with a bonus action. As she approaches... she doesn't have to do anything. Cool. Good for her. So she'll just take 2 swings. Oh, nat 20. And I think that's a dirty 20 for her. So 3d12. 12, 11, and 4. All right. That was almost terrifying.
I mean, it's still a little terrifying.
That's still a lot. 23, 27 plus the... So 35? All right. Big damage on this guy. That'll take us to a Lord.
How far away is he from me?
He is now Less than 40 feet.
I'm technically close to John, so I have 35 feet of movement.
You're within 10 feet of John. Correct.
Right? So that gives me 30. Oh
As
no,
a-
I have 40 feet of movement. That's
As
right.
a bear, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got 40 feet.
I'm gonna
You
go
can-
rush that bitch, and I'm gonna attack him.
Cool. Go ahead and give me some hits.
So first is an 11 plus 5.
11 plus 5. That'll hit. Yep.
And I got a 17 plus 5.
That'll hit.
Cool.
Very nice.
6 plus 4 is 10 for the D8. 1, 2, 7 plus 4, 11 for the 2d6.
All right. Good damage. Cool. And that'll be the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So I should have mentioned it on Hideki's turn. At the end of your turn, standing within 5 feet of the creature, you are going to take 5 necrotic damage as you step into its aura of annihilation. That'll take us to Brynbor, who remembers this thing and is going to use his shatter spell. So we're going to do saving throw from the creature. That's a nat 1. Good for Brynbor. And he'll deal a whopping 7. It's almost dead. It's looking really rough. A stiff breeze could probably knock it over. John, if you would like to do the honors, you can close distance.
Okie dokie. Just need to hit
It is about 60 feet away from you.
Oh, I don't have that amount of movement.
Well,
I guess I could throw something at it.
that's an option.
I'll go my 40 feet and then throw my javelin, I guess.
All right. Go ahead and roll the hit.
That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's a 1d6 plus 6. That's 11 damage.
11. It's almost dead.
Throw another javelin.
Can you hit it again? That's the question.
Let's see. Oh, that's even better. That's a non-natural 20.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. So what does this look like? Javelin fucking punctures this thing's body.
Yeah, right through the eyeball.
Just and it just falls forward and just thunk. The javelin goes all the way through the back of the head and just falls over.
You cool guts. Sitting there wiping his javelin off. Yeah.
So, one Bodak down, not too bad. You guys continue on your way. And a few minutes later, you come to another fork in the road. It begins to strike you, I think, at this point, that you are definitely in a web of tunnels. A very complex network. And it might take some doing to find your way to the end of this. So, what I have for you is a skill challenge.
Uh-oh.
To pass through these tunnels. I'm going to need someone to give me some use of their skills that they can use to help the party get through this segment of the lair. After a certain amount of successes, you'll succeed. After a certain amount of failures, there will be some sort of penalty that will arise.
We're
as a
talking like
result
a
of such
survival
failures.
check.
If you want to use survival checks somehow, I just need you to tell me like what you're doing to help the party get through these tunnels and find this creature's lair. And it could be anybody.
Do we get to know how many successes and failures we are fighting against here?
I'll sit on that information for now. It's not going to be double digits by any means. And failure is not going to be like a permanent failure. It'll just be a setback. Like you're not going to hit a fucking cave in if you fail,
Like,
3 times or whatever.
If this is gonna be like a honeycomb structure kind of thing, where we're just constantly branching off, I feel like we should leave signs of which way we go or we came from.
Actually, as you say that, Noelle's got a sketchbook out. She's been drawing the path.
Okay.
As has Peter.
Can I possibly use insight to try and get a read on how the stuff is reacting to us moving in certain directions?
like the root things that are kind of winding through there. Okay, all right, that's an idea. Give me an insight check.
What dice is not me today?
Done.
13.
13. I'll say as your party continues to kind of wind their way through these tunnels, you're having a hard time picking up any particular tells or patterns to this thing's movements down here. You can hear creatures sort of echoing and snarling in the distance, like down various forked paths. Some you come across, dispatch fairly quickly, no issues. Others you avoid. But you're not necessarily finding any indication that you are heading in the right direction with this tact.
John's gonna look over at Barnaby and be like, "Hey, were we in a similar like situation before? Should we set fire to this one too?"
We should probably get out if we're going to do that. I'm not technically opposed to the idea. But something tells me something would go wrong if we did.
Does this like fungal stuff have like a distinct smell?
I'll say if you want to try and track it by scent, you could use a perception check. Yeah, you've how much wild shape time do you have now per transformation?
I thought it was 2 hours per transformation.
Okay, so it's probably been about an hour at this point.
Okay. So the bear has advantage on perception checks that rely on smell.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with advantage. So first roll was a 13. Second roll was a 14. So 14 plus 9.
Okay. Yeah. There is definitely like a pretty distinctly like musty, moldy smell to it, with a slightly kind of acrid undertone. And you recall smelling this when you started handling the corpse of the one that you killed out in the forest, and thinking about it again, you kind of zero in on that scent in the air here, and kind of nose to the ground, begin to follow the paths that give you the slightest indication that there is a little bit more. And over the next half hour, that smell continues to grow stronger and stronger.
Could I do a stealth check to like scout ahead certain paths so we avoid fighting creatures as much as possible?
Okay, yeah.
Rolled a 19, so 25.
Yeah, 25. Cool. In the interest of speeding things along, Noelle takes the lauded position of party scout and begins sort of poking her head down tunnels ahead of Aloran as she continues to sort of track her way, just kind of like scoping out, listening carefully, and between the two of you, avoiding combat as much as possible with this tactic, you are able to make pretty solid time, continuing your advance deeper and deeper as the smell grows stronger and stronger. What else you got?
I mean, it's either John or David. Or John or Barnaby, I mean.
You go for it, John.
Go for what again?
Some way to help the party navigate this labyrinth of tunnels.
I gave my idea early on. I ran out of ideas after that.
I mean, you could use survival as a way to remember places or, 3D render how this thing is put together in your head.
My entire idea was leaving traces of the way to go back.
Well, yeah, but we're trying to figure out how to go forward, not back.
Yeah, I know, but I don't... Like, my entire idea was, let's leave a trace to go back, just in case. And then I was like, I have no other idea.
But I literally just gave you use survival to figure out how this thing is put together.
I think you overestimate John's intelligence. It's at a +0.
Survival's wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
It's at a +2. It's not useless.
That's not bad.
But
What else you got?
At a +5. I just don't have a practical way to use it. What I'm saying.
I mean, technically, you wouldn't really call inside a practical way to get around a cave.
I would like to mention that we have been in a cave webbed thing before.
I already gave my other option, which was to burn it.
But that's not helping us
light the whole thing on fire.
All right, John doesn't want to make a skill check. Barnaby, what do you got?
Yeah, Barnaby.
I guess if that's the case, then trying to think. What was kind of thinking of my cardinal direction from where we fought that thing versus where we, where we killed that thing versus where we are.
So that thing would be, or that location would be to the northwest of Muiti.
All right. And approximately which direction are we currently facing?
I mean, I have a compass if you need it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was like, interesting question.
I'm trying to think, like, if it's a network of tubes and things like that, maybe we could trace back to an entry point for where that came in and then follow that.
Well, I'll say with the compass, you would know that these tunnels are twisting a lot. So you are sort of constantly like changing direction, undulating, waving. But the general direction does seem to be more north than anything else.
There's not really a... Go ahead, John.
I just had an idea for something I could try to check, like with perception.
Okay.
Am I able to perceive if any of the tunnels have more of the mycelium than the other tunnels? Like, if we're trying to track this thing down, we want to go to the side that has more of the fungal stuff in it?
Yeah, we could try that for sure. Go ahead, give me a perception check.
That's a 21.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Doubling up on the idea you guys kind of happened on early in this before we started to track by scent. You're getting to a point now where Aloran's Bear knows. It's running out of time. So question for Aloran, are you going to stay in bear form the entire time in this tunnel? Okay. So after a certain point, Aloran will transform back into herself. And lacking that keen sense of smell, you guys devise this alternative to sort of fall back on tracking the mycelium structure through the dirt here. And John, taking point on this, you guys are able to continue making steady progress. Noelle, watching the compass, you will see, despite the twisting and turning, you continue to wind your way further and further north. Until finally, up ahead, you see a shift in the tunnel wall and a chamber beginning to open up ahead of you.
It's literally opening up, or it's just.
It is like the tunnel wall falls away, and there's a chamber up ahead.
We do a short rest, if possible, so Lauren can get a second bear form. Before we fight this thing, if this is it.
Yeah, could we note this place and try to get a short rest?
You want to back up?
I mean, I
Try
think
and
we
rest?
can try. I don't think we'll succeed
think we're
because
gonna
this thing is
succeed
apparently
either.
watching us.
I will say, since you guys left the main chamber, that entry one where the well opened up into, you haven't seen the eyes in the vines. It's just been like they've been too small to really like support an eyeball opening up and staring at you. They've just been kind of twisting through the dirt. If you guys want to backtrack a little bit, find yourselves a quiet junction and sit down to camp out for a minute.
Yeah,
that's fine. I'll say go ahead and give me. We'll do a group stealth check here as y'all back away from this chamber opening.
21 for Noelle.
I did not roll for great.
19 for Burberry.
21,
19.
19.
For Barnaby.
21.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all rolling good.
10 plus 2. Sorry, guys.
16 for John.
16.
So positive.
Okay. What was Barnaby's?
Fair.
101.
21. Okay. So, you guys back away, get yourselves a quiet corner, little juncture in the cave system, and kick back to catch your breath. If you guys want to use some hit dice, if you need to, now's the time. Otherwise, let's get some perception checks from whoever's keeping watch.
For those of you who got injured at all, don't forget, you do have an extra +5 to your maximum hit points, not to your current hit points.
16 plus 9.
Okay,
Perception. 16 plus 6.
19 plus 3.
Eyes peeled, heads on a swivel, you guys are listening intently, watching. Your breath is like the most labored, like slow, just like no noise whatsoever. You're not going to let this out. Just quiet out, in and out for the next hour. Just waiting. Miraculously, you find no danger, no interruptions. You're able to complete your short rest without issue. Make your way back towards the mouth of that chamber.
Okay. Let's move in.
What do you want to do?
I think we should just move as a group and go in there.
Okay.
No reason to sneak at this point.
So moving in as a group. What those of you who can see will see. At this point, the daylight spell would have long since ended.
I mean, it's just light now, but yeah.
Yeah. You are stepping into a large waterlogged chamber. And you can hear the sound of water dripping from various points around the edge of this cavern. You can see there are various pools of water gently rippling under that drippage close at hand. And through the darkness, up ahead of you, you can see a pair of vaguely humanoid creatures. They're hunched and bloated with too many limbs in some places to be even remotely natural. And you recognize more of those wretched creatures, Aloran and Barnaby specifically, that you guys encountered just before you reached Fool's End. You can hear their labored breathing as they turn to look at you all. One of them screams, and they both begin to charge. So, let's get some more initiative.
New rolls?
New rolls.
Oh, yay. 17 plus 2. 19.
16 plus 4, 20.
Rolled really good again, 23.
23. What was Barnaby?
13.
19?
Oh, sorry.
13 for Burberry?
20 for Barnaby.
20 for Barnaby. Sorry.
I'll hang out in the back. It's fine.
I got
John.
a decent roll this time. It was 21.
Hey. All right. That'll take us to... Brynbor is rolling the worst fucking initiative. Poor bastard. He so does not want to be here.
Welcome to the club. You have t-shirts.
Okay. Okay. So, I'll say let's take our break here because we're halfway through the session, and we will pick up in say 5-10 minutes
Okay.
at the top of initiative order.
All right, switching to break.
it back.
All right. So, you guys are presented with these two creatures, coming into this waterlogged chamber. You got columns and stalagmites kind of rising up out of the ground everywhere. Top of the order is going to be Noel.
Okay. Well, don't think I have anything super cool to do here. How far are the creatures out from us?
They are about 40 feet.
Okay.
From a Lorne, I should say. So that's like 50 for you, probably. Yeah. Roughly 50.
Could I assume that's like a stalagmite on the left there, those two circles from the entrance?
Yes.
Could I get behind the smaller one?
Yep, you could just reach it.
Okay.
Just push your bike.
I'll do that, and as I'm running, I'll take a shot with my hand crossbow.
Okay. Which one do you want to hit? There's two different sorts of creatures, because they do look different. One of them has a much more monstrous appearance with all these spiky limbs. I just couldn't find that many for the other one. So the other one is more humanoid, only two limbs that are just kind of like wrapped tightly around its body, almost like it's wearing an invisible straitjacket. Both of them just have these like super twisted, gnarly faces.
I'll shoot at the straitjacket one.
Okay.
Is this disadvantage or normal for this
Um,
far out?
How much light do you have right now?
Whatever the light spell does.
Just the light spell?
Yep, daylight's gone.
That is 20-foot radius of light on Noel. So
20-foot radius and then 20 feet of dim.
you've got 40 feet of light. So you can still see them. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're close. One is 35, one is 32.
Would you count the 32 as disadvantage? Since it's
Nah, it's fine.
31, 20.
You could literally lean forward for 2 feet.
I lean 2
It's
feet
fine.
forward.
It's
Hey,
fine.
that's like a 22 to hit.
Okay.
Let's see
Go
if I can
ahead and give me some
roll
damage.
something besides a 1. That's a 1. 5
I'm
damage.
gonna have to jinx yourself.
Oh my god. So 5, you said?
5 damage.
Okay. And that is against the little fellow.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So that is going to be... Boom. That'll be your turn. John, it is your turn. What do you want to
Okay.
do?
What's injured and what's uninjured?
So the only one that's been injured is the smaller one on the left here. This one's got a normal amount of limbs, like 2 limbs, that has like wrapped tightly around his body. The other one is like just a fucking spider of barbed, spiny limbs coming out of his back. That one is undamaged.
Okay, I think I'll go ahead and I'll attack the one that's already been damaged. I think it's better to just focus our damage on one at a time.
Okay. He is 43 feet out. So I'll eyeball it. You're next to a Lauren, so you can make that if you want to rush him.
Plus, I have reach, so.
All right, cool. So, raging, rushing, and striking. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
That is 24 to hit.
That'll hit. Give me some damage.
That is 10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
Swing again. That is 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So close to max damage. 15 to hit.
15 damage.
Or, Sorry, 15 damage, yeah.
Okay, very nice. So 2 glaive strikes. Interestingly, as you strike this thing, you do feel your weapon meeting resistance, cutting into its flesh. The darkness around it almost seems to sort of be like warping and wrapping around its body, almost like a veil, catching your glaive as it tries not to take the worst of this. Not as effective as you would like, but some damage. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That'll take us to Barnaby.
All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'll get up just to the left of the rightmost pool.
Okay.
As far as I can go. And I'm going to shoot the one that John done shot.
John done shot. This would be like about here.
I shouldn't say shot, I mean stab.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
That is a 18 to hit.
18. That'll
And
hit.
then 9 damage.
9.
And then second attack, that is a 17 to hit.
17. That'll hit.
And max damage, that is 16.
Whew.
Nice.
Okay. Good damage. So, 2 gunshots thunder through the cavern. And again, John, you watch as this thing taking these 2 hits. Those sort of shadowy layer protection continues to sort of like wrapping around the body, catching these bullets almost as they collide and spray flesh behind it. Aloran, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do what I did last time, cast Bark Skin on myself. Bonus action, turn into a bear, and then get up in front of the creatures.
Okay.
And that'll be my
Bark
turn.
skin. All right. So that will be Bear Lauren. And easily close that distance. That'll take us to Hidkey. She can definitely make that. She will wrap around this side of the little guy and start swinging. That's a hit. That's probably a miss. Yes. Okay, so that's a big whopping 13 damage. And that will be her turn, which takes us to the first of the terrible beasties. And just taking that hit from Hidkey. Actually, no. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do, this guy is going to lunge at her. Arms extended. That should hit. Yep, cool. So this thing lunges at Hidkey, suddenly spraying its arms open, just, and almost like bear hugs her. She is going to take a decent chunk of damage from this. That is... Oop, come back. So that is a lot. This thing buries its claws into her back, cutting very, very deep. And she lets out this scream of pain. She's currently grappled. And John, you can see she gets this awful, like, contorted look of fear on her face as it digs in and begins to just, like, loom closer, mouth agape. That is going to be its turn. Burberry, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack this one that just grabbed my friendo with guiding bolt, which is 120. And I get to use tactics.
That's well within range.
Well, I'd say so. That's 20.
20 will hit.
Yay! Now I can take a whole lot of radiant damage. And 12.
12 radiant damage. Alright. Oop, shoot. I just changed my screen. Dope. Alright, cool. That will connect, lighting this thing up. Somebody has advantage on their next attack against this thing.
Yeah.
And that will be the end of your turn. Do you want to move before the end of your turn, or do you want to hang in the doorway?
I'll move up a little bit. Like, I'll move up to be even with Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, Friendo has some form of cover person to hang out with if he decides to move closer.
Okay. Yeah. Brynbor, on his turn, following you, will probably make the same move.
You can move me 1 square over to the right and put him behind the pillar.
He can make it all the way past Noelle and just fucking...
Okay. I didn't know if that blue stuff was like...
Water? Yeah.
Okay.
There are
acid.
pools of water.
No, like, legitimately, I was like, is that a drop-off? Would we fall to our death?
That is not...
I like that we're all
as far as
huddled behind this
you can
tiny stalagmite.
Hey, there's 2!
There's another one, yeah. He is going to... Probably try another Shatter. Shatter's been working pretty well for him. So they need to make a con save. That's a success. And that might be a success. What is his DC? That is a success, unfortunately. So they will
does
take
that
half.
mean that the thing doesn't work on the next attack since they made a save and not an attack roll?
It does not interact with Guiding Bolt.
Cool.
Yeah, no worries. Oof, that's not great damage either. Sorry, Brimbor, my guy. He tried. There is a deafening crack as this spell detonates behind these creatures, but they are so preoccupied with the people in front of them, they do not seem to care much. So that'll take us to the last creature's turn, the larger of these two, the mini-limbed creature. At the start of his turn, I'm going to need Aloran and John to both make a wisdom saving throw.
+17 +6.
Okay, success.
I don't know if I heard you.
John? You there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm there. Sorry.
Can I get you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Crap, wisdom saving throw, that was 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, John, you are going to take 9 psychic damage as you can feel this oppressive aura emanating from this creature, starting to sort of drain your nerve. And it is going to... You know what? It's gonna pull some bullshit, I think.
I don't like bullshit.
Yeah.
Tell it to stop.
No bullshit allowed.
This is a no bullshit zone.
Yeah, sorry. There's gonna be some bullshit. It is going to sort of lean out around the bear and whip an arm in Burberry's direction.
Oh.
And that is going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that might hit a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little
So
bit.
Burberry, you watch as this arm, he like flicks the elbow, and this long tether just begins to stretch out behind this pointed, barbed extremity, sailing towards you, punctures you through the robe, and then retracts, reeling you in towards it. Whoosh.
Uh-oh.
And I need you to take some big damage
A nice
for me.
vacation. Oh.
Wait, doesn't that trigger my sentinel feat? When a creature makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your
Technically, yes.
weapon attack against that creature.
Technically, yes.
Sweet. I'll let you finish what you're doing.
Okay. So, Burberry, you are going to take 14. Actually, let me back up this way. That's going to be 25 piercing damage.
Oof.
And then I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. As this thing turns its baleful gaze towards you and pulls you into a tight hug.
18?
18 will succeed.
Thank God.
So you will take half this damage,
Oh no.
which is 22 psychic damage. So 11.
Oh.
11 is half. 11 is half.
Okay, so Barry faints, but Burr's fine. I didn't use the thingy. It's
Okay.
just I only have 1 hit point left.
Oh shit. Okay.
Jesus.
So yeah, so that's happening.
I mean, that was 36. That was 36 damage.
That motherfucker does some damage.
So now my attack goes off?
Yes.
That's 21 to hit.
21 to hit. Okay. That's definitely gonna hit.
And that's 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. So he will take that.
And he's now immobile. He can't move.
Can't move. Got it. So before we get to the top of the order, one small bit of bookkeeping. I forgot about this ability from the little guy grappling Hidkey right now, since he took a couple bits of damage. So good news, we're just going to roll once. Bad news, when this thing was damaged, it dealt damage to Hidkey as part of its ability. And Hidkey is currently unconscious in its grasp.
Oh, Jesus.
So, top of the order, Noel, what would you like to do?
Well, I was trying to avoid using magic, but I think I've got to.
Alright, bonus action. Unsettling words on the thing that just dragged Burberry in.
Okay.
So I expended Bardic Inspiration to deduct whatever I roll on my next Bardic Inspiration dice from its next saving throw, and then I'll cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it. I guess I move up a little bit to get in range.
Okay.
So, 8. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw -8 against Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
What's the DC?
16.
16 on a Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. It can't even do that.
Okay.
so,
yep.
Cool ability.
That was lucky to roll
so
an 8.
Tasha's, that was really good, yeah.
Incapacitated and prone.
Fall prone, holy shit.
Do not mess with
Ready?
Burberry.
Let's go.
If it has an intelligence of 4 or less, it isn't affected. At the end of each of its turns, the charm takes damage, it can make another save. Okay. So this thing will fall prone. Wow, he just goes through the table. That's fine. Cool. Whatever. He's prone. That's the important thing.
And I will, just to finish this up, I'll just move up to between these two stalagmites, like in front of other guy. Just so that I can be in the 30 feet for that.
Okay.
Alright, that's it.
Cool. That will take us to John. So John, this thing is currently in front of you, currently has its arms wrapped around Hidkey, and you can see that Hidkey, after this thing was struck by Burberry and Brynbor's attacks, this thing like shuddered and like pulled Hidkey even closer, driving its pincer-like arms even deeper into her body, and she went from scared to unconscious. On the other side of Alorn from you, the multi-armed creature, which just reeled Burberry in, has just fallen over and started laughing hysterically. And it is an awful, scarring sound to hear. What do you want to do?
So if I'm understanding this creature correctly, if I hit it, it's just going to pass that damage on the hit key, who's already unconscious, which is going to make it even worse.
Yes.
So I am instead going to change my target to the one that's now prone.
Okay.
If you hit it, does it stop laughing?
It has a chance.
It can, potentially.
But I'm going to be able to get massive damage because I get automatic crit, right?
It would be advantage. It would not be an auto crit. It's only incapacitated.
I will also add that don't forget you have advantage on the creature that's in front of you because he got guided bolted.
Okay,
But he damages Hidkey when he gets damaged.
And Hidkey's already unconscious.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
So unless we want to kill Hidkey off.
I mean, if you want to hold your turn, I could probably spare the dying him.
But if you do that and I hit it, then he's just gonna go back unconscious.
Well, no, spare the dying spare the dying just stabilizes. So like, as long as it doesn't do twice her health of damage, she'll just go back to making death saves.
That's true.
I think John should take this opportunity because this other creature is not going to be laughing for long. I feel like we got to jump on this.
And plus we need to make it so we can focus on one creature at a time.
Okay, could you hold until I get away from it?
Sure.
It does go last in the initiative, Burberry, for whatever that's worth.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because I don't want to take an attack of opportunity if it...
Sure.
Well, worth noting, John is second in initiative order, and Burberry is sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, seventh. So you're gonna be waiting a while, John.
And I can't do it. Am I able to take both my attacks if I hold it? Or only one?
If you hold your attack, it's one attack.
Okay. never mind then. Go ham.
Okay.
Kill it quick while he's still on the ground.
I'm gonna run over to the creature that's on the ground prone now, and I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
And I have advantage, right?
Yeah, because he's prone.
Okay. Let's see what I get here. I got 18. I still can't get a crit. God damn it. So it's 18 plus 7, so it's a 25.
That'll hit.
Let's see there. And that's 12 damage. And then
Okay.
my second attack. Yes, I finally crit. God damn it.
It's a good time.
What'd you do? How much?
Okay, so that is double die, right?
I think you get 3 die because of the half orc thing. Total.
Oh, right. Wow. Okay.
I forgot why I love crits so much.
It's
It's in my blood.
been a while since I fucking do it. Okay, so that is that is 28 damage.
20. Holy shit.
Nice.
So slice and then driving it deep into the belly. So this thing needs to make 2 more wisdom saves against that Tasha.
Yep, trying to beat 16.
That's a failure. That's a nat 20.
Damn it.
As you drive your blade deep into its belly, it's not laughing anymore. And the face just snaps to you, John.
That's not funny.
That's not fucking funny at all. So that'll take us to Barnaby.
Me shoot.
Who you shoot?
Big one.
All right,
Me shoot big.
roll to hit.
8 plus 9, 17.
8 plus 9, 17 hits. Give me some
15 damage.
15 damage.
I shoot again, nat 20!
Hey!
Let's go.
Crits on crits, guys.
That's 11 plus 15, so 26.
Phew. 2 big shots. Oh, actually, Barnaby, I hate to be that guy. This creature is still prone.
Oh.
I need you to make those a disadvantage.
I mean, if it was prone, I would just move up, but
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's an
Yeah.
acceptable trade. I'll take that.
yeah, I don't mind moving up for that.
All right, that's fair. So, anything else on your turn? He is not technically still. He's not standing, but he is still standing.
He is still alive.
Yes. He's like flailing his arms now, trying to stand up, and Burberry's just like dangling off of the tip of one of them.
Oh, Burberry.
That will be my turn.
All
For
right,
the record, I am afeared.
that'll make it a Lauren's turn.
Well, I'm gonna attack the creature holding
On the
Burberry
ground.
on the ground.
Sure, sure.
Does that?
I feel very
advantage?
loved right now. Thank you guys.
So that's advantage, right? Since he's prone.
Yeah.
Thank God. 10 plus 5?
15.
Yeah.
Not gonna hit.
Damn.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Give me some damage.
Ooh, a 6. And a 2 plus 4. So 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. He is still breathing. That will take us to Hidkey. That's 1 death save.
Like saved or failed?
Rolled.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't know.
You've given them to us before.
So this creature that is currently wrapped around Hidki. These are taking care of her, but John is right there. So we're gonna attack John with the arm spike attacks. That's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Okay.
And another 18 to hit. All right. So John is gonna take. $36 damage, piercing damage. So that'll be 18.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Well, it's halved.
Oh.
And that'll be his turn. Burberry, you are currently... Actually, I don't think you are grappled now that I think about it.
Got knocked prone.
Yeah, that's forced movement, which should actually end it, I think.
Wait, did you say they 18 or 14?
Oh, and if they go incapacitated, cool. That should be 18 total to John.
Okay.
My count, you've got 52 hit points right now. So yeah, Burberry, you are not actually dangling. Yeah, I think it probably as it's like flailing around, you like fall off the spike and like hit the ground and are just like, all right, what the fuck am I doing? What do I want to do?
I am disengaging.
Okay.
I am picking the up.
Okay.
To hide from this thing because I didn't appreciate that. If I have this movement for it,
You can move 30, so you can get right back where you were hiding.
well, clearly it's not enough because it just freaking lasted. And we're gonna bonus action healing word hit key.
Okay. How much HP she get back?
It's not gonna be much, and she'll probably go down immediately. But she doesn't have to make death saves for one.
That's okay.
7.
7.
Oh, wait, 8.
8. Hidki's eyes will flutter open at where she's dangling in this creature's arms, and you'll see the grip on her axe tighten as she raises her arms to strike again. That'll take us to Brynbor.
On a side note, can we adopt Hitkian?
If Brynbor dies, no big loss.
No,
but
Hitki and Brynbor.
Hidki's a fucking baller.
I want both of them.
Let's see.
You have to survive first.
I think seeing what that thing did to you, Burberry, Brynbor is going to do something probably dumb. Is this close enough? Okay, yeah. He's going to poke his head out around this side of the stalagmite, and he is going to use Taunt on the big guy.
That's tough.
Like, and he probably grabs your hat as he runs, just fucking over his own head, just like, oh no, don't hit me again. Oh, I'm so weak. Fuck. Unfortunately, it made it save.
Damn.
Creature does not seem to be paying Brynbor any attention as it is struggling to get to its feet, and he just hands the hat back to you. He's like, I'm sorry, I tried. I thought it would help.
It's appreciated. Puts hat overhead very quickly. Hopes he doesn't notice.
He wasn't even looking at you. He was just like I thought it would help. So the creature, the big boy, will stand back up on his turn. At the top of its turn, I need everyone within 5 feet. John, Lauren, Barnaby to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, now I see why you were fine with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got a 16.
Oh, I got 18 minus 1, 17.
Okay,
I got
okay.
I got a natural 20 plus 2.
Okay. Good job, everyone. Those all succeed.
Means
So
you only
with
take half damage.
you don't actually take any damage.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
The adrenaline pumping through your systems is more than enough to push through this creature's psychic leech. So it is going to use its multi-attack. First, he's going to do a harpoon thing. I think since Brynbor is standing out in the open, despite the taunt not working, he is going to try. That is going to be
Failure.
a 17.
Damn it.
Which hits. So that's going to be 16, 24 damage on Brynbor.
And that means my reaction goes up, right?
Yep. And I got the order of operations a little wrong. First he does the check, and then he gets reeled in. So Brynbor is going to make a wisdom save. And that is probably not going to make it. That is not. So he's going to take more damage. That is not enough to knock him out. So Brynbor gets impaled on this thing. He's like, oh god, it did work. And then you see the eyes in his, like, roll back in his head like, oh no. And he gets yanked back across the cavern floor next to this creature. He is bleeding profusely from this wound. He looks about as bad as you do, Burberry, truth be told. Not in great shape. So,
John,
John, go ahead and give me your sentinel attack.
so that's a 18 plus 7, which I assume hits. So I roll damage and got a 15.
15 to hit, or 15 damage.
Yep.
Cool.
And it's not able to move.
And he stays where he is. So, top of the order, Noel, it is your turn.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna walk over to Burberry and I'm going to dump a jar of goo on their head.
Okay.
Specifically, the very last dose of Kyotum's ointment that we had.
Ooh, okay.
So you will receive... that's not bad. 9 hit points.
9 hit points.
The soothing aloe vera-like goop drains down your face.
Seeps into your clothes.
You just hear, what happened?
It's that gasp when you jump into a pool for the first time. And you pop out, it's like, ah. Cool. So, anything else on your turn?
Move back behind that stalagmite. And then... I think that's... I mean, I could bonus action... I'll save it. I'll pass the turn.
Okay. That will take us to John.
Okay. I mean, I think I'm just going to keep hitting this thing until it goes down, so...
All right. Give me a roll to hit. Or 2, I guess.
I'm going to use my reckless attack on this thing.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 15 damage.
15 will do it.
And then I'll do another attack.
Okay.
Ooh. And that's 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
And max damage, 16 damage.
Nice. So slash, cutting through this creature. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's
All
the
right.
extent of my turn.
He remains standing.
Okay.
Barnaby, it is your turn.
A unga bunga pew pew.
Okay. Go for it.
That's a 21 to hit
21 will hit.
and 8 damage.
Okay.
Second hit, 20 to hit,
20 will hit.
14 damage.
14. Very nice. So it is just a smoky, dimly lit fracas in front of this thing. Just blades and gunpowder exploding. Razor sharp limbs swinging around. Brynbor flailing as he's fucking ragdolling on this thing's impaled limb.
I would like to use
Still fighting, still struggling.
I would like to use my bonus action to help all Brenny. Use my Fey gift
Okay, sure.
of hospitality. Gonna give him encouraging words like, "You got this. Don't you worry about that. That's just a flesh wound. You'll be just
Just a
fine."
flesh wound. Just blood everywhere.
Oh, that's healthy. You're just getting the bad blood out. So, him and I regain 10 hit points equal to 1d6 plus my proficiency. So, that is going to be 3 plus 3. So, we each gain 6 temporary hit points.
Okay. 7 plus 3.
What is?
That's very silly, Berber.
Nice. Run away! All right. Anything else, Barnaby?
That's all I got for my turn.
All right. Aloran, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna attack the creature holding Brynborn.
All right. Let him have it.
Okay, so that is a 16.
16.
Yeah.
That will just hit.
Oh, thank goodness. And the second roll is a 19.
19. That'll also hit.
So, first attack is 6 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, I got max damage on the second, so that is 12 plus 16.
16. Nice. Just the bear, the gun, the glaive, just everything just swinging, exploding. He takes a step back, staggering. It definitely looks like he might be on the back foot of this. Hidkey, on her turn.
She's gonna down herself hitting this creature.
You fucking know it. She raises her glaive, just brings it down on top of its head.
Oh.
That is actually the first attack misses. So she tries and gets batted away. She tries again, and that will hit. So that'll be a D12. Oh, Hidkey, not worth it. That was fucking 4 damage. Oh, that sucks. So, as a reaction, this thing uses its tightening embrace. She is grappled. She takes the damage, and she promptly passes out again. Oh, just falls limp in its grasp. In response to just being clubbed in the head, this thing is going to take another limb and deep into her body, which is 2 failed death saves immediately. Burberry, it's your turn.
Healing word.
She's just like perforated by like 5 of these fucking arms at this point, just like, I'm gonna win. How much HP does she get back?
8.
8.
God.
Okay.
Can we just yell out like, "Stop hitting that one"?
And I'd like to move like 5 feet to the left. Just, I don't want this thing to see me. I want
This
it to
way.
come. I want it to be behind me. It's scary.
Oh, there's a Burberry behind me.
I'm a baby. And I'm gonna shoot the one that speared me while I'm at it, because the bonus action healing words, I can shoot it, right? Like I can do both those things. Yeah.
If you really want to take some cover, there is a pool of water there that nobody's explored.
I am
Take a
not
dip,
going in
disappear from
fucking
view.
water.
Come on.
No.
That sounds like a terrible. If the DM wants you to do it, that sounds
That's
like a
absolutely
terrible
idea.
We all know
No.
it's acid.
17?
Joke's on you, it's Mountain Dew, bitch. 17 will hit.
Cool. It takes, Wait, do you add anything to the damage? It's been a while since I've used.
With a crossbow,
It's just flat roll, right?
dex.
Dex.
Oh, the 9.
9 damage. Was this the big boy or the one holding hit key?
The big boy.
The big
I just got hit key up. I'm not gonna hit again.
I'm just checking. Alright. So, crossbow. Somewhere in that melee, that thing takes another bolt. Brynbor will probably try to extricate himself from this grapple. Being next to this thing sounds like a bad idea, so he's going to try and break that check.
Verify.
Is that an... Actually, better plan. Brynbor is going to cast a different spell called
Taunt.
I hope it's that one that's like centered on self.
not quite.
Is that what it's called again?
Yep.
Thunderwave? Thunderwave. That's
So
good
the
then.
creature holding him suddenly stops its flailing, its eyes blinking, and it sinks to its knees and falls over. Brynbor then stands the fuck up and runs for cover. I got it. You guys got this. You guys got this.
Oh, very well played, Brynbor.
Oh my god, I love this.
On the creature's turn, it is asleep. However, Psychic Leech makes no specifications about whether anybody escapes that power while sleeping. So, wisdom saving throws from Aloran, Barnaby, and John, please.
That one -1.
Yes!
Oh, shit.
I got another nat 20 plus 2.
Okay.
You know what? Screw it. I'm using my inspiration.
Why is this happening on wisdom save?
I got a.
That's a 6 -1.
Yes!
I got a.
Barnaby, you take 14 psychic damage.
Oh, that'll.
And for a split second, the only thing you can see in front of you, this like jump scare image PNG in your face, are just these 2 compound eyes sticking out of a shell, unblinking.
No.
So that'll be its turn. Noelle, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Now my secret hope is that Barnaby's biggest fear is that the crawdads that he murdered for his gumbo come back for vengeance.
It's gonna be an army, a swarm. A tsunami.
Noelle is going to. Shit, we gotta take out this. If I hit the sleeping thing, I shouldn't be the one to hit the sleeping thing, because it'll wake up if I hit it. Shit, this is awkward. I will. I guess it's still prone even if it wakes. It's prone, right? If it falls asleep, or no?
Yes,
Okay.
it is prone.
Then yeah, I'll just try and hit the sleeping guy with a crossbow bolt.
Okay. So disadvantage.
Oh, well, I rolled a 6, so 6 and 4, so not hitting.
Not hidden.
Okay.
Hits the far cave wall and clatters. John, your turn. Can you kill the sleeping baby?
Yeah, do I auto crit now that it's sleeping, or is that? I'm still confused on when the auto crits happen.
Paralyzed, and I believe unconscious does also auto crit. I'm double checking that. Yes, it'll be a crit.
Yay.
But you have to hit it with
the
advantage.
non-natural 20 to hit. Oh,
Okay.
with advantage? Yes,
Yeah.
non-natural 20.
Okay, that's a crit. And that definitely wakes him up. So I hope he's dead.
So let's see. I think I didn't do max damage, but I did pretty close. That is a 30. 33.
That'll finish it. How do you want to do it?
Thank God. I don't know. Just impale it somewhere. I don't care.
I just wanted to die. Just
Can I cut off all its arms and then impale it?
you do like the buzzsaw twirl thing and just fucking finish her down the center. Cool. Barnaby, you just watch John pull some sweet fucking moves and put down the sleeping creature on the ground in front of you. What do you want to do?
Wait, can I
Barnaby's backing the heck up. He saw something he shouldn't have seen.
I only used one of my attacks. Can I still use my other?
5, 6. Yeah. The other one is still standing, holding Hidkey.
Oh, right. If I attack a hit, he's going to die. So.
It's the only thing left.
Is there any way to like manually uncouple them?
Is Hidkey up? Or is Hidkey...
She is conscious, yeah. She's still grappled. I believe grapples can be ended by pushing someone. So you could try shove.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me an athletics check. Are you pushing Hidkey or the creature?
Which one frees Hidkey?
Both. You just have to pick one.
I'll push the creature, I guess. Then.
Okay. So the creature rolled a... Yeah, it'll be an athletics check.
So it's a... I'm trying to do math. I'm not good at it. It's 18 plus 7.
18
25?
plus 7, 25? Yeah. That'll succeed. It rolled a 20. And it gets pushed away from Hidkey, pulling the pincers out of her body with it. She'll drop to the ground. Oh, thank you. Just spits blood
Am I
out.
able to use my final movement to like step right in front of her?
It would only be a 5-foot shove, so you couldn't really like get between them, but you could get like over here, you know, like next to her. Do you have any bonus actions on your turn, or is that going to be the end?
I haven't used my bonus action, have I?
I don't think you did. Do you have one?
I should still have one. Can I use it to like shove her back to other people?
That's not how bonus actions work, unfortunately.
Can I do anything with my bonus action?
I don't know. I that's what I'm asking. I don't know what your bonus action is capable of.
Can I dredge line and the creature?
Is that a bonus action?
I think so.
You could hypothetically do that, yeah.
As a bonus action, you can use a strike at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you. So could I use my movement to get like away from hit key and then pull it to me?
Yeah, you could back away and pull it. That's totally doable.
So
where do you want to go?
I guess away from hit key. I guess just off by ourselves if possible.
Bring it towards the Lauren.
Okay, I'll bring it towards the Lauren.
Okay. So, it will... Actually, wait. I don't think it has its reaction anymore. It will not be able to make an attack. So, yeah, go ahead and... What is it, a strength save it needs to make?
It's a strength saving throw. DC is equal to 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my strength modifier, which is... You
rolled a 1. So yeah, dredge line straight between you and Lauren. Clear of hit key. That'll wrap up John's turn. So, Barnaby, you backed the fuck up. You saw something you didn't want to see.
Yep. I'm not going to be able to sure if I'm going to make the shot, but I'm going to try.
Okay.
But as I'm backing up, I'm looking. Do I see anything around in the water near me?
Nothing to that description. I will say you do actually catch sight of some bags floating in the water off to your right.
Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna move a little away from the water. They could be in it.
All right. So
I'm gonna shoot a
shoot your shot.
That is a 13.
That will miss.
All right. I'm very distracted. Clearly, that's a 6 plus 9. That's a 15.
That will just hit.
That's 15 damage.
Okay, good damage.
And I'm going to spend the rest of the term very paranoid looking around.
All right. Yeah. You do glimpse those bags over in the water, but no other real movement. And the more you look, the more you see that there does seem to be actually a decent collection of things kind of scattered around this cavern. Might be worth looking at once you finish this creature off. Aloran, at the end of your turn. Or no, at the beginning of your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm attacking the creature.
Cool. Give me some rolls.
So that is a 17 plus 5.
Okay. That'll hit.
I get to crit today too.
Hey.
Okay.
So many dice.
Hey. Okay. So my first attack was a 1 plus 4, so 5.
Oof. Okay.
So do I roll 4d6 when it's
Yep.
usually 2d6? So a 2, a 3, a 6.
11.
Okay. And another 3 plus 4.
14, 18. Okay. Good rolls. You continue savaging this creature. It is still standing. Hidkey, on her turn, I think will probably glance over at the 3 casters hiding behind the stalagmite, and then back at the creature, weighing her options here. And I think she's feeling confident. She is going to stride forward and join the melee. That just hits. And that misses. So she deals a whopping 10 damage. The creature is still standing. And I think after you grabbed hold of it, John, its attention is probably more focused on you, laying into it, tearing it away from its intended prey. So I'm gonna need you to please get hit. I don't know why I asked. That was a 1. All right, one last try, and that's that actually might hit. 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Can't wait till I get my shield.
You will take. Well, you can't wield a shield and a glaive at the same time.
I know, I've already got another weapon.
Yeah. So you will take 14 piercing damage, halved, down to 7.
Okay.
And that will be probably the end of its life. Burberry and Brenbor are last in the order. Burberry, what are you doing?
I'll shoot it regularly. Regular capacity.
Regular capacity.
Mm.
Brenbor will join you. He missed.
Classic Brenbor.
He's still just like covered in blood, like dazed, like he can't really see straight. He's like,
19.
I don't know. I thought this was a good idea.
19.
19. That'll hit.
9.
9 damage.
And he's dead. Yay!
I bet you it's no such luck.
He's got 1 hit point.
Oh, we were
Noelle.
almost... Wait, is it my turn?
Can you do the honors? Can you make this last hit?
Boy, this is the most undeserved kill shot. I rolled a 17.
Like pick up a rock off the ground and throw it at it.
So it has just been constant like gunfire, glaive swings, bears roaring and clawing and biting. Everyone has kind of like charged this thing and given it everything they had. Noelle just kind of like leans out, watching all this, and she sees an opening and just.
I'd say by sheer luck, Noelle just hits it like right in the brain. It just like goes straight through an eye.
Yeah, all of a sudden the thing just stops moving, and everyone's kind of taken aback, like, "What happened?" And it falls over, and you see this arrow just lodged all the way through the head. And you look over, and you can just see Noelle sticking her head out, crossbow
Hands shaking. Is it dead?
And this creature too is dead. Congratulations.
We did
That was
it.
harrowing.
You did it.
So who wants to take a long rest?
Fucking way.
You guys could go ahead and do that. I'll take first watch. Don't worry about it.
I mean, Aloran doesn't need it, but I know like the rest of the party does. Because by some miracle, Aloran took like no damage for like the first time ever in this entire Monty Bond experience.
You know, there were very tempting targets behind that pillar. But alas,
Okay.
the only person they could drop consistently was Hitkey.
Brenbor got pretty close.
Oh yeah, Hitkey and Brimbor look like dog shit. They look fucking horrible. Like each of them has like these fucking multiple puncture wounds from these barbed, spiked arms these things are throwing. just like blood trickling down of their mouths and like fucking black eyes. They look terrible. I imagine Burberry is probably in similar condition, but Burberry is very heavily clothed, so the most you're really seeing is just like dirt, scuffs, and a blood stain here and there.
Oh, before I go on a long rest,
I don't think we're gonna get a long rest.
I'm hoping, okay. Everyone hide in Burberry's tent. We're not there. We can't see it, they can't see us, right? That works, right? I would like to explore the water.
I was gonna say the same thing. I want to see what this is going on in here.
Because I can actually swim in it. And
You guys aggro something, I'm gonna laugh and cry.
Okay.
But yes, I'll attempt to take a long rest while they're doing that.
Yeah, sure. So, Aloran, are you staying as a bear right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bears are a little terrifying in the water. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just anything I find in the water that looks interesting, I'm just gonna toss it at Noel.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, looking around, in the pool next to Barnaby, as I mentioned, there were some bags sort of sitting at the bottom, like half kind of floating. Their like leather strap is just kind of like perfectly like arced, just because it like just fell in. Also down there are a pair of very old, battered, armored skeletons. Looking around this chamber, you will find that there are actually a number such skeletons, all garbed in various sorts of leathers, chain, couple in like these like horribly like just rent and torn plate, chest plates, dented helmets, their weaponry, spears, swords, axes, all just kind of like thrown around, some broken, others chipped, all very rusted and worn. There's a lot of corpses around here, old corpses from the looks of it. A couple here and there that look to be more recent. Brynbor will actually stop over one of them and kind of go wide-eyed, like, holy shit. I didn't realize he made it all the way down here. Fuck.
Who is this?
Idke, it's Jack. It's Jack. You remember Jack? You fucking serious? She'll fucking hobble over. Goddamn. And it's just this like middle-aged, like grizzled man lying there, kind of like long dark hair. Half his face is caved in inside the helmet, and there's just blood everywhere, dried underneath his body. And Brynmore and Hidkey are just kind of standing over him like, damn. That was about to be us. Yeah, that was about to be us. Fuck. I need to sit down. Yeah, same.
Is there anything in
There
these
seems to be a number
bags?
Yeah, I'm tossing bags, just like as a bear at Noel.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
The
no one's
bags
touching them.
have some sort of piecemeal adventuring equipment. There's some rope, pythons, waterlogged, rotted food, some water skins. Hidkey and Brynmore will probably chime in at this point that like these look to be a lot of people from Fool's End.
They all made it very far.
Surprisingly. But I know this definitely isn't everybody.
The others made it. Oh wait, I can't talk on my bear.
How much rope can I collect? Because rope is useful.
You probably find there's honestly probably several coils of rope. Some of it has probably been like cut. So in total, you've probably got
I'll pick out the best of the
feet
best.
of rope here.
200 feet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's how heavy is rope?
10 pounds per 50 feet.
Oof. I will add an additional.
It would probably fit in your wallet.
Add an additional 40. Oh yeah. That's useful. Well, I have 295 feet of rope now.
In your wallet. I just hope it doesn't get tangled in there.
Oh, it's already tangled.
Yeah.
So can I?
You literally could just feed it like a fucking spool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a good call, Chris.
I just thought it was funny.
It is funny.
I don't want to ag or anything, but can we see like to the other side of this room?
It's dark, but I mean, if you want to walk the perimeter with your light,
I think I'd carefully walk through the
perimeter
middle, probably. If I can like hop that stream. And...
Yeah. So there are a few streams in this chamber running from these pools towards this jagged crevasse opening in the center of the chamber. Walking across the room, it's probably like 100, maybe 120 feet across. It's not a huge chamber. And I will say that there are a few other openings in the walls where other tunnels, it looks like, kind of converge here.
Mm-hmm.
And I should also point out that at this point you are far enough underground that those tendrils are probably no longer like weaving through dirt. They're now just all exclusively just kind of crisscrossing over the stone of these tunnels and this chamber itself. And you can see kind of snaking out of each of the tunnels leading into this chamber, these spider webs of this black material crisscrossing across the floor, all converging on that crevasse and crawling down.
I knew it. As soon as you said there was a crevasse in the center of the room, I was like, well, we're going down there.
Lauren, to wrap up your exploration here, I'll say go ahead and give me a perception check.
17 plus 9.
Okay, yeah, I had a feeling. I don't think bears have dark vision, but I think as Noelle walks past you at one point, you catch sight of something sitting at the bottom of a nearby, or not a nearby, it's the pool of water over here. There is a large dark mass standing out very starkly against the stone down here, which has sort of like a light yellowish limestone kind of color. Kind of rectangular, boxy, like 2 foot by 3 foot roughly in shape, sitting down there. You just like out of the corner of your eyes as Noelle's light passes over it, you can see something sitting on the floor of that pool.
I'm gonna guess it's a crate, and I want to go try to get it. And sorry if I aggro something.
Okay. So you hop in the water.
This would be like the most dickish mimic ever. Hopefully it's not that.
This is how Lauren dies.
To clarify, you are getting in the water.
Yes.
All right, you take 20 S, and it's not. It's water.
It's actually healing potion.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great. I love that.
Yeah. So swimming over. it does seem to be a chest sitting at the bottom of this pool.
Cool. I'm gonna try to drag it out. And if I
And what
fail,
race does this chest belong to?
and if I fail, I'm gonna go bully John until he comes and helps me.
John, help me! I'm a bear and I don't have thumbs.
Is
So-
this chest bear-proof?
As
As the
you
little IAB.
approach the chest, Johnny, I need you
Oh no.
to make a saving throw for me.
Oh my god, it is a mimic chest. Johnny's about to get got by a chest. What type of throw am I making?
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, so that was an 18 plus. What is the bear's dex?
18.
Yeah, plus the bear's dex. So 0, so 18.
Okay. So an 18 will succeed. As you swim towards the chest, you hit something. This barrier almost in the water. And you feel this very strange consistency in the liquid in front of you, much thicker. And as you press against it, you feel it actually almost begin to sort of like pull on you and begin to like envelop your body, and you pull back reflexively. I'm going to need you to roll some initiative for me.
I'm so sorry. It's a nat 1.
Nat 1? Oh my god. That's rough.
Plus 2, so 3.
Okay. Damn, that's rough. So 3 from Lauren. That's gonna be well, you might get to go first here. This thing rolled real bad.
Is it a mimic chest? Is that what this is right now?
I think it's a gelatinous cube or something.
Yeah, you're going first, Johnny. So that is your turn. What do you want to do?
I guess I'm attacking it.
Okay. What are you attacking? Because you don't see anything right now. There's a chest in front
No,
of you.
actually, I'm gonna swim out of the water. Can I bonus action and turn back into a Lauren?
Yeah, you can do it.
Cool. And then I'm gonna do call lightning, and I'm gonna fucking fry this pool of water.
Make sure that you don't need clouds for call lightning.
I don't think I do.
You need a high enough ceiling. How high does the ceiling need to be for call lightning? Bup. And also, as an opportunity attack, when you pull away from this thing, does a 20 hit? Okay, so you'll take 11 acid damage as this barely visible sort of wave kind of pushes through the water and like attempts to grab hold of you again. You pull away, swim up, turn back into a Lauren.
I'm not turning into a Lauren if I cannot pass call lightning. I'm just gonna make that clear.
Okay. Call lightning requires a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within range directly above you. The spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where the spell storm cloud could appear. Okay, so you could call it. Yeah, the ceiling is not super high, but there's ample room to call a 10-foot tall cloud.
Okay, I'm going to try to get as far away from the cloud as possible, and then I'm going to cast it, and then I'm going to attack the water.
Okay, so we're getting away from that shit, whatever that is. Call lightning. And this thing in the water needs to make a dex save, which it's going to fail, obviously. So how much lightning damage does that deal? And you would all hear this crack of thunder as this lightning bolt slams into the pool of water that Allura just hopped out of. Teeny tiny bit. Brynborg and Hidkir are probably so tired they just kind of look over like,
23 damage.
23 damage. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Cool. That is fair. If that's the end of your turn, the creature in the water will advance, and we'll just use an object as crawling out of the pool. There is a big, nearly perfectly transparent block of ooze, inside of which there is a floating chest suspended.
Like the anglerfish of gelatinous cubes.
You know, he thought he had a good plan.
I mean, it was, to be fair.
He's only got a 15-foot speed. So that is as far as he's going.
I hit him again with the lightning bolt.
Okay. So I assume you're just going to kite this thing around the room and just lightning bolt it until it's dead?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I can do this for 10 minutes.
He's got no recourse.
I'm doing this for 10 minutes.
You guys just watched as this thing emerges out of a pool of water, this giant dripping cube of transparent liquid. And Aloran, fuming, just kind of keeps just backpedaling, just lightning bolt striking it until finally, on the final bolt, you're probably like over here at this point. It finally just peels away and just melts into a puddle, leaving the chest exposed.
Cool. I'm gonna go open that chest.
Okay.
Oh my heart.
Roll initiative. It's a mimic.
Yeah, Aloran, you stick your hand on it, and your hands is now stuck, and you watch 4 eyeballs open up to look at you. He's gonna try and bite you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fucking serious.
What?
Pete called it.
How is a mimic living inside a fucking acid pit?
Mimics are immune to acid, thank you very much.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like the two have a symbiotic relationship, really.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing with the
Well, you're
fucking...
stuck to the mimic now, so he bites you for 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And that's going to be 9 damage. Plus 5 acid.
Okay, she's a Warren again.
Damn it, they are immune to acid.
Pete's
I had to go. Ugh. Alright.
If you guys want to help her kill this thing, I'm not going to stop you.
It's fine. Just do your fucking long rest. I'll just walk around the room with fucking call lightning.
Barnaby's gonna get up and take a shot at it.
Sure. Yeah. There's fucking 7 of you. This thing's not gonna live very long.
We kick it until it dies.
He got 1. The mimic and the gelatinous cube both regret their decisions immensely as they pass away underfoot.
So you said there was a treasure chest in there?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, you just
treasure
finished shooting it, Barnaby.
in there, but all that's
see
in there
now.
is a tongue.
I see now.
Burberry's like started setting up a tent and then just kind of like watched it, like just to make sure it didn't get close, and then finished setting up the tent.
Fair. At any point, it is now perfectly quiet. And you have all fully explored this chamber.
Okay. Are we going to try to sleep down here?
Don't let Alarm make any damn decision. Y'all do whatever you want to do. Lauren's not part of it anymore.
He finally broke his plan.
The horror monsters that can deal 50 damage a turn, we got this. This fucking cube.
I mean, to be
Stupid box
fair,
friend.
it was right after a monster that did 50 things a turn.
Which is fair.
Okay, I'm going to... Could I just get like a little rock? Find a little pebble, maybe some... a couple inches, and I'm just going to go up to the edge of the crevasse. I'm just going to kind of like flick it in like a normal, cave shifting type of a creature could have bumped it type
Can
thing.
we not? Oh, okay. I was like, can we not?
Just something innocuous. I mean, we just call lightning for 10 minutes. It knows something's going on.
Shay.
I just want to listen to see how, I can't tell exactly how deep, but just listen for if I can hear this pebble hit the ground.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Shit. It's an 11.
11. You hear it clatter, 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 clatter. Eventually fades to quiet to hear.
Okay.
But apparently still moving.
So pretty deep. Did it sound like it was like it just went into free fall at a certain point, or was it like a tunnel that went down?
It sounded like it kept hitting rock as it tumbled down.
Okay. That's good, at least. Well, we can try to take a long rest. I don't know if we're gonna get through it, but I think we need to try.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take first watch. That's.
Are you okay,
That should be
Barnaby? You
fine.
look really jumpy.
I'm just keeping an eye out for any problems out there. Trying to be observant.
Wonder what time it is. It's been a very long day.
I don't know. Fortunately, I don't have a watch. When we started adventuring, I didn't think we'd be spending this much time in caves.
Reach that.
Turns out a lot of weird things happen in caves.
I guess that's where monsters like to hide.
When you say that, Barnaby gets a little more jumpy and looks around again. Yeah, probably right.
Is there something you're specifically looking for, Barnaby?
I'd rather not talk about it. Just, I I'll keep an eye out, that's all.
Is this something that we need to be aware of as a group trying to survive down here?
Are you concerned about your dreams turning to nightmares?
Well, if what I've been seeing is true, I'm probably in that right now. Yep. Certainly starting to look like one.
I have to say, the fact that you think that your dreams have nightmares and your nightmares have even worse nightmares is fairly impressive, but for not the right reasons.
And if this all really is a dream, then yeah, you'd probably all be scared of it just as much as I am.
Well, I've already been split in that. Never mind.
Yeah, me too, bud. That thing was not fucking around.
It was not.
Oh, God. You mind if I sit here? Everything hurts.
Yeah.
I should have made more
Here,
space behind the stalagmite Burberry. Sorry about that.
I'm glad it was me and not you.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Me too.
You know what? Sure, I'll blow a second level spell on this real quick. Since we're doing a long rest.
I hope.
Just on the off chance. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing to give everybody 2 d8s.
Okay.
Use this thing.
I'll turn that down.
Well, okay.
How many people can that hit?
9. Up to 6.
Okay, you don't need to include
Don't
me.
need it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that if I don't have to include Noelle, it's 9 for everybody else.
9.
I only
Make
lost
back
one
up
hit
full.
point. So,
Hopefully that'll close some of the major rooms that are going on.
Yes, it did.
Lauren can take next watch if you guys want.
I hope we started.
Oh, I don't know.
I was gonna say before we do go to bed, I was gonna walk up to Lauren and say, "Do you still have any of those drinks?"
I thought you'd never ask, Noah. What do you prefer? And she'll just start pulling bottles out.
Something strong enough that I might forget about this, but not so strong that I'm going to black out.
Think for a moment and be like, I got this. And then she'll start like making this little concoction. And then she'll hand it to you. In one of her little mason jars.
Oh, okay.
Should we just officially tell you the Lost Emerald's bartender?
Yes, probably.
Meanwhile, Lauren's just like, yeah, I'm gonna make enough that I don't forget about it, but enough that I don't care.
That's my specialty.
Oh, thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome. And she'll make herself the same thing. Anybody else? Anybody else want one? Makes you forget, but also still be aware?
A
I
hand
could just use
reaches
something
out
for
of
the
the
pain.
tent.
Headkeel raise a hand.
Okay, I'll start making drinks for everybody.
Barnaby will pass as usual.
So
Uh,
Lauren
I'll
mixes
be
everybody a suicide and fucking serves them out.
Barnaby is actually gonna get a whisper that says,
Thanks for keeping an eye on everyone.
Of course. Barnaby says out loud.
part of the dream.
Alright, well, sounds like we are going to try and take a long rest.
Alright. So, Barnaby on first watch. Give me a perception check.
Ronnie's a bit distracted. That's a 12.
12. Okay.
He keeps looking back at the stalagmites and stalactites, thinking something might be on them.
Every now and then you swear you could see something crawling along them, but you look and it's nothing. Dark. Motionless. Quiet. You just kind of sit around as all of your friends lay splayed out on the floor, asleep, recuperating as best they can. And your watch will pass without incident.
I can go next.
Alright.
It's dark in here no matter what, so.
I mean, you do have a drift globe.
Oh yeah, I guess I got the light from that.
Keep that up.
Not 20.
Alright.
Can see.
I sure hope I don't see anything, but if something's there, I'm gonna see it.
Another gelatinous cube comes crawling out of the water.
Slowly. It's like hiding behind a stalagmite, like tries to sneak towards the party, slowly crawling towards another stalagmite to hide.
No.
Get back into
No.
water.
Yes,
Go
like,
back. I point at the pile of goo over there.
He goes back in the water. No, with a nat 20, just as you're standing up to leave your watch, wake someone else. You kind of glance over the crevasse. And it's only there for a split second, but you do see a dark hand releasing its grip from the edge of the hole and pulling back.
Lauren will take next watch.
Yeah, I'll wake up
Okay.
Lauren and I swear I just saw something in the crevice. Careful.
Wonderful. Okay. That is a 9 plus 9, so 18.
18. Okay. Fucking staring at the crevice. Daring it to do something.
Also, watch out for that little gelatinous cube that keeps trying to come out of that puddle over there. It's like a baby one.
You see just the very barest little bits kind of up over the water.
Mm-mm.
Back down.
It's kind of cute now, actually.
it's like, you killed my mother.
Are you my mommy now? Is that how
We
this
have a
works?
pet. A very slow-moving pet.
Could you imagine how weird it would be if Bernie had a pet gelatinous cube?
If by weird,
You're
you
such
mean
a
amazing.
terrible pet. You couldn't take it anywhere.
Yeah, you could carry it. You could.
You'd have like a big square cage. For it.
It would
the
melt
up-
through it. It's acid.
You know what? On the upside, we'd never have to worry about hiding the bodies again.
It's true.
This is true.
We would just have like a puddle with like half decomposed bodies in it. Falling
No
off.
evidence.
No
Yeah,
evidence,
no,
no
it's
crime.
right
No body, no crime.
Just ignore the.
Just all these
Body
bones
parts
floating in our
decomposing.
gelatinous cube for no reason.
Yeah. Just ignore that.
Oh, that's just our bone pile. We collect bones while we're out adventuring.
We like to collect stuff.
Yeah. There comes a moment in your watch, Lauren, as you are staring daggers at that hole, where much like the cube, you see peeking up just barely a little dark face with gleaming eyes. And just like the meme, it goes from sort of a blank expression to angry eyes. And he just sinks back down. And there is a low rumble that just kind of runs through the entire cave. Not enough to wake anyone, but definitely enough that you notice.
Is there something I can put over this crevasse?
You want to start dumping stuff down it?
No, not really. I just want to.
You just cram like every fucking corpse you can find in this room into the hole. Or just leave it. Anyways, your shift will pass without any further incident. So, one last watch. Who's up? Fuck it, I'll go. Hidkey will wake up.
Hidkey, you keep an eye on that goddamn hole. For the love of God. It's peeping at us like a little fucking creeper.
She fucking sits down, axe in hand, and just starts watching. And yeah, a couple hours later, she will wake you all, let you know he didn't come back.
Thank God. Alright, let's go kill it. I'm tired of fucking baby teeth, bro. Give me a rope. I'll go down first. I don't give a fuck.
Luckily for us, I have 295 feet of rope.
Then let's fucking go.
I would like a moment to practice spells, please.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Honestly, I think this is probably a good place to wrap for the night as you guys make your preparations at the end of this long rest and begin to descend.
I thank the DM for letting us have one, because I was not looking forward to going up against a big bag and anything.
You know,
we would absolutely have TPK'd if we went and tried to fight it at that point.
I really didn't want to give you one, but the dice spoke otherwise. So
Yay!
it is what it is.
Thank you, dice.
Thank you, guys.
You got lucky this time.
Yeah, I think we all would have died if.
Yeah, if we had to go right into the boss battle after that, we would have died.
Well, yeah. Those two were a nice warm up. Let's go, everyone.
Sorry, I gotta drop. My phone's got literally 4% left, so.
All right.
Later, Clark.
Well, before you go, vote for MVP. Go.
John.
That's not how this works, John. You know it.
Noel.
All right. Any other nominees?
I'll actually go for John, because he took a lot of damage, and he also got people out of a grapple, which is good.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm good with John.
Okay. Well, when he before he goes to bed, then let me fucking message him. Ah, damn it.
You messed up the hat.
Cool. As far as RP goes, I think we could probably just give everyone one with everybody. That was a harrowing little delve.
It was.
And
hey, I think that puts me in the line at 30.
Yay!
Woo!